Oh shit. What's going on, everyone? If you were debating, go ahead and hop on in the box. Would appreciate it. That'd be cool. This guy said, again, is this live being broadcast in Beijing? Dude, this is like the 4th day in a row. You need to go seek some mental help. It's pretty weird. I'm going to be super real with you. It wasn't funny the first 4 days. It's not funny today. It's just weird at this point. Like, you should go talk to someone. Very, very, very disturbed. Anyway, if you're debating, I'll debate for $5. That wasn't a question. Deuces. If you're debating, hey, Chris, appreciate it. Thank you for the corgi. If you guys are debating, go ahead and hop on in the box. Would appreciate it. Just sending out a thing to the chat. I don't know. Anyone feel like joining today's with a Z? Can you get more new emojis? Yeah. Yep. I gotta work on that. Yeah. Yep. I think it's time. So I go through and get some. What's going on, everyone? If you guys are debating, go ahead and hop on in the box. Would appreciate it. How is it going? How is it going? The world in fascist America. The super fuck timeline. Jaden, are you joining? Or are you just waking up? If you guys want to debate, go ahead and hop on in the box. Would appreciate it. Go ahead and get the news up for this morning. By the way, random thought here. I don't know if I told you guys this. I went to the secondhand store. Did I tell you guys this? I found Ticket to Ride Europe for $4.50. Brand new. So that was pretty cool. That was yesterday. I don't know if I told you that, but yeah, that was yesterday. There's Paige. There's Jaden. What's going on, everyone? If you guys can do me a solid, if you guys want debates over on TikTok, you want to get this out, you want to have a successful subathon, I need everybody to go ahead and double tap the screen. I need everybody to bombard the shit out of it. Would appreciate it.
Hey. How's it going?
Oh, it's going good. How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Saturday live.
Good morning. It's a Saturday subathon.
That's right. How long are we going to go for?
I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to see how successful the subathon is.
At 11.
Get a podcast at 11. Okay.
Yeah. If it's over by that time, I'll come back. But, yeah. Something major happening today in the war happening right now with India and Pakistan. Drone was launched hours after Trump's alleged ceasefire deal, which both countries' representatives came out and said no such thing exists. We have no sense of a ceasefire that's been mediated by Donald Trump, and this is where we're at now.
Did Christian send 10 subs? Chris, appreciate the subs. Thank you. Can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat? I think that was 10 subs.
Nice.
Can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat? Nice. Appreciate it. We need the wah, 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 wah. I need a sound for that.
Yeah, we haven't used a soundboard in a while.
I know. I needed a sound to put on the thing for the subs. I had one. It was using the...
I haven't heard. We do not care. That's what makes us unique from the other debaters, are our wacky sounds. We haven't used them in a while.
I know. I'm pulling the board back out right now.
Good.
This is my subathon sound today.
Daddy, chill.
Can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat for Chris with the 10 subs? Thank you. If you guys want to debate, go ahead and hop in the box. Would appreciate it. But just to let you guys know that helping out with the corgis and subs and stuff like that, that stuff actually helps out get us over onto the For You page so we can get some more viewers in here, so we can get some debates. Tia with the 10 gifted subs over on YouTube. Tia, appreciate it. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs on the subathon.
Daddy, chill.
Whoa. It's a lot. Wow. Appreciate it. Thank you. Wow. Wow, wow. Can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat?
This month is moving along pretty fast. It's already the 10th.
Wow. I don't want to even talk about it. Life's moving along really fast.
Yeah,
I thought it was like the 3rd.
It is. It is. I don't know if it's trauma or what, but it's weird because I had a day the other day that lasted a lifetime. So much shit happened in that. Like, I know it's the summer, but like I haven't really been out at like 7 or 8 or whatever, where it's like sunny because there's fucking, it's like, um, uh, it's like I'm live, so I don't go out to go see the sun at that time, and so like I woke up really early that day. A bunch of shit happened. There was a ton of family drama. Multiple fights were had. I don't even know. It was just dumb shit too. And then I took baby K fishing. Right. And then I came back. I didn't because of the family drama. I didn't plan to stay there at the trailer, even though he wanted to. So I didn't pack enough. Right. Because I was like totally fine with staying there. And then there was just dumb family drama. So I was like, I'm not dealing with this. Anyways, that fucking day, and then I drove all the way home. That fucking day felt like a lifetime. It was crazy. I was like, fuck, it's only 5? Jesus Christ. Feels like it's been like 2 months. And I don't know. So, but like most of this month has been very much like, or this year has been very much like really, really fucking quick. I don't know why or what the deal is. I mean, maybe like God's speeding up the timeline here so we get to experience less of the Trump administration, which I would be fine with, except that feels like it's been going on for fucking ever. This guy said, you're back. I've been back. I don't know why
When did we leave?
We never left. We've literally never left. No, I think it is that like people took that, like, they took my videos and then like stitched them and like he's quitting, and I never said that. People are delusional. People are delusional. Tia, appreciate it. Thank you for the subs, though. If you guys want to sub for free, there's a video in the link tree showing you guys how to do it over on Twitch. If you have Amazon, you can take from Bezos. You can hurt his pocket. You just go over there, follow the video, and sub. It's completely free. You can do it once a month. And if we do it collectively, screw the Amazons out of their profit. Anyways, if you guys want to support that way, would appreciate it. There's Venmo, Cash App in the bio, or you can send corgis, ass shaking corgis. Just don't see you live. Just don't see you live on TikTok as much as in the past. I'm not on my main account. I'm on my backup. I'm live all the time.
Yeah.
I'm literally live every single day.
Calhoun got us banned.
We're back though. We're back. I don't know how long the ban was, like a day.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Wait, Duke, thank you.
Nice.
I don't know what that was, but nice. Nice. Can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat? Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Can we get some dubs? Nice. I don't know what that was. Hey, King, appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it, King. Cool. I don't know what all that is, but appreciate it.
It looks up.
Anything is, but yeah, appreciate the corgis.
Hey, Tommy, really quickly, I got some good news, and I'll give you the contact. But your account was checked by that agency, and you do qualify. You just have to get like what's like called elite or whatever. But you do qualify.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Really cool.
Cool. I'll talk to you about it after the stream, getting that set up, because that would be good. That would be good. Be good. King, appreciate it. Thank you. Can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat? If you guys are debating, go ahead and hop in the box. There's a bunch of people that have requested in here, or that are chirping in the comments, but not hopping into the box. So there's that. Yeah, dude. So Jaden, my new hyperfixation has been looking for sealed board games at thrift shops, right?
Uh-huh.
Right, like niche stuff. I went to Goodwill yesterday. No, Value Village. And I went to Value Village, and I was literally walking around in like the carts or whatever that they take and put stuff out. There was a bunch of board games sitting there, and I found Ticket to Ride Europe, which if you guys don't know this, is like a $50 board game, new, sealed in package for $4.50.
Wow.
Feels like a score to me, and I do that all the time. So I'm pretty proud of myself for that. It was a pretty nice hit.
Good job.
Pretty nice hit. Yeah. I think I got sorry too. But not because I might even have it. I just wanted it because, sorry's like that quintessential board game everybody crashes out to. It's like Monopoly, but simpler.
Yeah.
So there's
We
that.
got somebody in the box.
Oh,
Sonia.
I don't know about this.
Kamala Harris hate account.
No, I feel like you should come back on your main.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna deny you. You can come back on your main.
Yeah, we're so bold.
Yep. You're not coming back on. You're not coming in on that account. Period. No followers. No following. No, you can come back on your main. Hop over there and you can come back. But yeah, that's been my thing. And the missus asked me. She's like, "What is your end game?"
Good question.
Weak? Someone said weak. He said weak for denying him. You're weak for not coming on your main. Come show your face. But yeah, she's like, "What is your end game?" And I was like, "To have a shelf of board games. That's all. That's it." I don't know. I've thought it would be cool to have like a shelf of board games. Thought it'd be cool. There's a gazebo there that's like indoors, so I was gonna like put a shelf in there. It's kind of enclosed, so I'm gonna put a shelf in there and then put board games on it and make it a kick it spot, so people can play board games and have fun.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah. Plus, you got to think it's like $5 for a game, and I find a ton of them. So it's not like it's costing me a shit ton of money. It's like one board game at the store now is like $30. I can buy.
What's
a
the
ton
worst
of them.
board game?
The worst?
Yeah.
The worst board game is Monopoly if people don't
Okay,
know how to
good.
play the rules.
Yeah.
If people don't know
I
how
was
to play,
gonna say
if
that.
people don't know the rules, it's the worst game on the fucking planet. If they don't play by the rules, because no one fucking ever read the rules, so everybody's like, oh, like this is why people crash out at Monopoly. When you land on a property and don't buy it, it's supposed to be auctioned,
And they skipped
and
that
then
part.
people bid on it,
I
right?
didn't know that.
Right. So people don't do that. So they land on it, and then they have to go around the board 500 fucking times. But if you play the board right, then you can land on it, and you can auction, you can buy it. So,
Oh, nice.
King, appreciate
You
it.
got the
Thank
goal.
you. Thank you, King, helping us get
You
on
have
the
to reset
For
the
You
goal
page
now.
there. I feel like this is the same account. I got the mute if you get the block. King, appreciate it. Thank you. Can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat? Hello?
Hi.
What's going on? Are you debating?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. What? Sorry, go ahead.
What's your take?
You Canadian?
I don't understand why you think Trump is destroying the economy.
I mean, the markers are all pretty there. We're watching.
When has America had a better president?
Literally every
Like,
other. Donald
never,
Trump is
never.
literally
President?
ranked as the
Never.
worst.
Never.
Okay.
Trump is
Okay.
the best president there is.
Name me five things he's
I
done.
I got a question for you. If you could help
Wait,
me with
Can you
this.
answer that question first, please?
No,
Can
no,
you
I want
name-
to answer. I got to ask a question first.
No, you.
No, I
won't.
definitely do. I have a
No,
question.
you don't. Listen, what are 5 things he's achieved?
I'll take 3.
I need to ask this question first, please. Just allow
Okay,
me
what's
this.
the
No,
and then I'll-
damn, just answer that.
Yeah, what's the
I would-
question? I don't know. What's the question? Why are you wasting your
So-
time?
I'm not wasting your time. Gee, why are you so rude to people, man?
I'm not rude to people. I just
A
you're
little bit,
talking
a
about
little bit.
random. I'm
A
irritated.
little bit.
Is it rude if I'm just like matching your energy? I don't know
I'm not.
about
I don't
that.
have any fucking energy there, bud. It's. I had a question I wanted to ask, and that was it.
Okay, what's the question?
So I was reading my Bible this morning. It said, "I do not speak on my own accord." Now, does that mean Jesus drove a Honda?
I figured this was some bullshit.
Jaden.
Yeah, that's so cringe, man.
Cool.
make it weird.
Can you name me 3 things? That wasn't even a question, but can you name me 3 things that
That was a
Trump's
question.
done.
It
He's
was
Canadian.
Jaden,
I
I
told you
love the
guys.
fact. I love the fact that you.
Bro,
and,
I heard
this
when
dude
you
found
said
each other again.
sorry.
I love that
Hey.
you and this dude found each other.
I don't know, man.
What is he
It's
saying?
weird. I have no idea. He just
Well,
showed
if
know
you
what he's
around.
saying at this
you know what I-
Nah, you're good. I'm just gonna block him. If you're debating, go ahead and hop in the box. Would appreciate it. Weird stuff. Weird as hell. Anyway, if you're debating, go ahead and hop in the box. Would appreciate it. That'd be awesome. Cool. Anyway, what were we talking about?
I don't know. Oh yeah, board games, Monopoly.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
The
it's like,
founder, the creator of that game, did not want that to be a commercialized sort of product. It was supposed to be
Monopoly?
warning people about. Yeah, the game was supposed to warn people about the dangers of consumption and monopolization, but they take it the entirely wrong way. They think you win that way by screwing as many people over with the game.
Yeah. And also, I just want to point this out. Monopoly has become super commercialized. Did you play Monopoly Go on your phone?
No.
It's not good.
And how come every time you see like there's a Monopoly thing going on at McDonald's? What's that all about?
I mean,
Anybody ever win
I
that?
don't know. I don't think so. Like, I did download Monopoly Go thinking like, okay, this is going to be like Monopoly. Not even remotely. Not even remotely like it. Not even remotely like it. So, I don't know. But if you're debating, go ahead and hop in the box. Would appreciate it. One of these days, I'll show you guys my board game collection.
Be nice.
It's not a collection. It's not like I have that many. I have like a drawer full. Well, I guess it would be like the size of a bin.
Do you have Battleship?
No, I don't. I don't. I've never found a sealed game of Battleship. I've never found one. Found a ton
How
of
come everybody
Clue.
shits on Mousetrap?
Mousetrap?
Fun. It's quirky.
I mean, I understand.
I like it. Because my nephew always gets pissed off when I beat him.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, from what I remember as a kid, it was just like you just wanted to set up the actual mousetrap. No one really actually gave a shit about the other stuff. You know?
That's the fun of it.
Well, just saying. Anyway, if you're debating, go ahead and hop in the box. Would appreciate it. Don't
Come on in.
think at this.
It's almost 500 people in here. That's not bad. Anyone?
1 second. Hey, Paige, can I get you in the mod chat really quick? Operation is all right. By the way, Baby K loves The Nightmare Before Christmas.
As he should. A man of good taste. It's a good movie. Hot Topic went a little overboard, but still the movie's good. I wish I could create a movie that iconic that I can just coast off the toy sales and shit like that. Because there's only one movie in the series, and that thing is like dragged out 30-something years now with the shit they make.
They never made another one. The toys just keep rolling
I guess
in.
they don't have to.
All right, here's my hot take for the day. It's not even a hot take, okay? Why has Disney not created a Halloween Town portion of their park?
Well, they have the installment when it's Halloween time. It becomes that.
Yeah, they
I know.
earn so much money off of that. They're not gonna. I know what you're saying, but
Make
They
it
need a villains area, a villains park.
I feel like there's so much stuff with Halloween Town that it would just be like, it's just like makes sense. Like I feel like they fucked that up because Halloween Town. Granted, the acting for the movies is not that great, but the concept is brilliant.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they didn't make that. I feel like that would be a pretty major attraction. You know, because you have all this stuff you have. Obviously, like you want to do the whatever. I just feel like it would be a great part of the. I don't know why they don't do it. Halloween all the time.
Bad idea.
It's not like they don't have enough movies, you know?
Well, I guess because then somebody's gonna get the right idea to do a Christmasville, and I don't know that I want to see Christmas shit all year round.
Yeah, but yeah, that's true. I mean, they're fucking already putting Christmas shit up in the fucking stores, I bet.
What's the next holiday? Memorial Day?
Memorial
Yeah,
Day?
I guess so.
Um,
The year's going by real fucking fast. I thought it was still April,
Mother's
but
Day, right?
Mother's, yeah, that
Tomorrow,
shit,
right?
that's tomorrow.
Oh,
I have zero plans. Sorry, I went to your graduation. Okay, I think that's enough. I'm tired.
that reminds me, I gotta get Baby K some flowers for his mom and grandma's.
Oh, send her something. I don't know, but I don't want to get up. Sorry.
It's
But
fair.
I went
Anyway,
last year. I was the only sibling that did something last year.
yeah. Well. All right, we need some debates up in here. Trying to get some action and stuff like that. If you want to hop in and ask a question, go for it. I got someone in the box. I'm letting them in just a second.
Okay.
But if you guys want to double tap the screen, comment, interact, help get some people in here. If you're over on YouTube, hit that like button. Would appreciate it. We are having a subathon. If you guys are over on YouTube, want to hit that like button. We're having a Saturday live. Hopefully we get some debates in here in a little bit. I know Rena put some stuff over on Reddit, so if all else fails, we can head over there. But I don't know why we're not getting some debates. But I do think maybe I should throw up a different background.
I think so, yeah. The No New Wars thing would be relevant.
I have a good one. It's we're going back to our roots on this one.
Oh, fun. Want me to stall while we wait?
No, I'm gonna let this person in and see.
Okay.
King, appreciate the sub.
Oh,
Thank
King,
you.
he was gifting.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
welcome. Hey, I'm not going to take up much of your guys' time. I just want to show my appreciation. Thank you, dude, for everything you do. Jaden, I see you around on this app. I really appreciate everything you do. YouTube, you're new to me, but I definitely gave you a follow. I'm going to be checking in on what you have. And Paige, I
That's
love
him.
you.
Oh, that's me. That's my other account.
Oh, okay.
That one's
I
my
gave
main
that
account.
apology.
No, you're good.
All right,
This is
guys.
my main account.
I
right, thank
appreciate
you.
you. I appreciate you guys. You can go ahead and drop me down. Keep up the good work.
All
No,
right, no
appreciate it,
problem.
man.
Thank you for the gifts.
Appreciate you coming in.
thank you, Dave.
Well, I went down a bit of a rabbit hole last night after a conversation on trains, and it sort of went down the route of like, why do autistic people like trains? And it's a matter of order and sensory stimulation, things like that. Like, okay, that makes sense. But where I got with that was, I remember that there's a character on Thomas the Tank Engine that has autism, and that made me think, does that imply that the trains on Thomas the Tank Engine have brains? And if so, what other internal organs do those trains have? And like, if one of the trains derails, does blood come out, or do they need to eat?
Oh my
Can they
goodness.
make sense of this, please? Because I'm
Oh
kind of
my
just, I'm not bothered by the train having autism. It's just like there's a deeper lore to this.
Vampire.
If a train has that, that'd imply that the trains have genetics and chromosomes and things like that, brains. I don't know that I want to think about that.
There we go. MAGA is a fascist movement.
This is what we need. Absolutely.
That's true, and there's no arguing against this. Just want to point that out. They could try. If you guys are debating, go ahead and double tap the screen, or go ahead and hop in the box. If you guys want to, if you're watching over on TikTok, double tap the screen, help get some people in here. If you guys are over on YouTube, hit that like button, leave a comment, interact, help it blow up, help us get out on the For You page. And this is a subathon, so if you guys want to support, go ahead and send over, the corgis, because we're trying to get this out on the For You page so we can get some debates. But we are having a subathon, so if you guys want to support the subathon, feel free to sub anywhere. We're back over on this account now. So, yeah. But yeah, if you want to debate.
Another thing that helps is going to go to Jaden's page, go look at his latest video. Sorry. Go to his latest video, watch it all the way, like it, leave a comment. that really helps as well. That helps towards his lives. It helps
That's
build
true.
credibility. So we appreciate you guys.
Yeah. I'm surprised nobody wants to hop on in this box. Border. Bro didn't even spell that right. He spelled F wrong. He spelled it with PH. Please stop talking. Never
Democrates.
speak again. Democrates. I'm illiterate, can't spell, but I know politics. I think that's like, that's like such a horrible thing is people thinking that they have intelligence. Not everybody has intelligence or the ability to
Sad,
think.
isn't it?
Some people are just fucking dumb, and those people are
Yes.
MAGA. Some people are just stupid. That's just the reality of life. Some people are just dumb. Not everybody's smart. Not everything you do you're going to be good at. And it's so interesting because it's all mediocre white men. Let's be real. It's all mediocre white men. And they're like, think they're amazing at everything. And really, they just suck and are mediocre at life and everything they do. But they think they're fantastic. Because here's the thing. You could put me in some stuff. I don't know. I don't know how to do. I'm not fucking good at this. I'm not getting upset over it.
Pretty much.
You know what I mean? I'm not getting upset over it. The amount of guys that crash out over being shit at just random stuff. You know?
Yep.
Just like you. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. You could say I'm mediocre. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't affect me either way. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I don't fucking know. But I ain't destroying other people's fucking life over it. And I'll tell you this, okay? Because, like, you could be like, I'm pretty good at a lot of things. I'm in, like, the 95 percentile for every feature on, like, height, whatever. And I still am not sure if I'm mediocre, be honest with you. So I know that there's no fucking hope for you guys. All right? I just what I'm saying. Like, you might just have to accept that you're fucking mediocre, You don't know. You don't know. But thinking you're not, that's where we run into fucking problems.
Oh, who do we? Young Menace.
Good afternoon, everybody.
How's it going?
Good. Wait a minute, is everybody allies? Because I ain't vote for no dummies like Trump.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. On the same page.
Okay, then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Have a great rest of your weekend.
Hmm?
Have a great rest of your weekend.
Oh, good. Oh, I do want to say this.
Yo.
For anybody that did vote for Trump, I hope y'all know that when he tried to say "see you in court" to what was it? One of the mayors, I think, was it Maryland? I think.
King appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
I forgot what it was. One of the, I forgot who it was. If somebody for a court, they said "see you in court" to Trump, and he said, "Yeah, I'll see you in court.
Oh,
This will be easy."
that was the governor.
Oh, it was Maine?
Yeah, Governor of Maine. Yeah, that's who it was. Yeah, crazy how you said that was gonna be easy. Yeah, easy for her. Lost that damn case.
You can't even spell name.
M-A-I-N. Like me, I'm the main character. Isn't that tremendous?
I heard China's taking over Maine. We're calling it Maine China. Man. No guys in women's sports. Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about or why you're concerned about that.
If there's not any.
Yeah, they're not.
Aisha, what's up? Do you know you
Do you
joined?
mean to join?
King, appreciate it.
Oh.
Thank you, by the way. Oh, whoops. Side Road Sigh. I blocked you a long time ago, right? Is it Ferret Head?
He's a screamer.
Is
Oh,
it?
no.
Oh, no, he was. I don't think he was. I think they're from the similar
He's not
place.
Fairhead. He's
I got-
from, like, Rhode Island or something.
Oh.
No one's from Rhode Island. What's up, J-Raz?
Oh, no, he's from
How you guys doing?
That's what I said. No
What's
one.
up?
How's it going?
I'm pretty good. How you guys doing?
I'm doing all right.
Cool,
Got a few
cool.
minutes.
All right, yeah. So MAGA is still a fascist, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys
So
got to work on
I have
that.
a simple question for you guys. Do you actually want America to do good under Trump?
Do I want it to do good?
Or are you guys rooting just him for America to go down just to prove a point?
No, I think that you're not understanding. I think that we know, not even I think, we know that the economy is about to suffer really fucking bad, and we're.
Are you an
warning
economist? Do you know what
Am
you're
I-
talking about?
Am I an economist?
cite the
No, but if
ones
you
that
want
he
to,
went to
yeah, I
school
can
with.
cite pretty much every fucking economist on the fucking planet that says this is going to end in
Well,
disaster.
I mean, you're a fan of economists, right? But you're not an economist.
A fan of economists? I don't understand
Yeah,
what that
I
means.
mean, you can name
Are you
whoever the
right?
hell.
Cool. So are you saying that I can't speak on the economy because I'm not an economist?
You can. It doesn't mean you know what you're talking about.
So what about the economists that I'm citing?
Maybe
What
they
about
don't
the
know what they're
Fed?
talking about.
The Atlanta
What do you
Fed
mean
doesn't know what they're
they're-
talking about.
They're
Do you
About
guys
all
know?
don't know what they're talking about.
Do you guys
Maybe
know how
you don't know
foreign
what you don't know
affairs-
what you're talking about me. What are you
I thought
talking
we
about?
were talking
Foreign
about the
affairs.
economy.
Do you have a degree in political science? Did you go to school for political science? Are you a political scientist?
Am I a political scientist? Are you meaning? Am I trying to be a lawyer? You're trying to say that?
No.
That's
Did
not
you go to
what-
Why
school
would
for
somebody
political
get?
science?
Why would somebody get a bachelor's in political science and not become a lawyer?
Did
Because
you
that's
go to
not what that
political?
applies to.
It's the
not the
point
degree
to
field.
become a lawyer. Do you know
It's not
that?
that's
Really?
not the degree field.
I
I'm just
mean, it's the
asking you,
point.
did you
If
go to
you
school
study
for political
biology,
science? I
you're
don't
gonna
know
be a
why you're
doctor.
yelling. I'm just asking you a question. Did you go to school for political science?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, what school?
Florida International University.
Oh my god.
Why does it feel fake as fuck?
No.
Fake at FIU. It's in Miami, Florida.
Yeah, I wouldn't brag, J-Rez.
You wouldn't brag? Look it up. It's one of the best places to be a lawyer.
the
I'm
best,
in
Mr.
Florida,
Lincoln.
J-Rez. I went to UF.
You went to UF? Good, so you're a nurse, right?
No, I'm not a nurse.
That's where all the nurses come from, UF. And if you
No.
want to study engineering, they go to FSU. Don't
What's like a
please,
basic-
guys.
Well, if you wanted to go to law, you go to FSU, dummy.
What's like a basic political science idea that this guy would have to know?
Yeah, what is judicial review?
You tell me.
Okay.
It's not a good start. What is civics?
What is civics?
Yeah.
Yes.
Civics. Do you know what civic is?
Can you just answer that, please?
I mean, I can't answer that. It's civic. Do you know what civic means?
Yes.
It's like saying a boy, a human being. It's a human being. Civic is civic.
Well, civic
said,
just
what's
relates
civics?
to a city or town or administration.
You tell me what's it's civic.
I said what's civics, not civic.
So it's not the same thing.
No.
You sure about that?
Civics
So do you
is a
wanna-
Are
field
you
of
sure
study.
about that?
Do you want to review maybe?
Or-
like,
or-
the
I mean,
track
you
that
guys are
went to
getting
school?
checkmated here. You guys have no sense. So
You've proven
you
us
guys want to
wrong
talk
on.
about foreign
Wait,
policy?
just a rundown. What have you proven us wrong on?
Oh my god!
Anything?
That you're in TikTok. that's the
not
problem.
something you've proven us wrong on. But okay.
I asked
mean,
him what
you gotta
You wanted to
civics
talk
TikTok
was.
foreign
to
and he
be
was
policy
like,
relevant.
now?
You got to
How's
be on
the whole
TikTok
no
to be
new
relevant.
wars holding up?
Wait, hold on. I
Sorry?
really want to pin him down on this because I don't think he went to school for political science. What's like a basic political science question?
How many members of
All
Congress?
right.
are
So
there?
what is communism?
Yes, Jaden. Excellent question. How many?
What is communism?
J-Rez,
Just
be
a second.
quiet.
Can you
How many
guys
members
answer
of
what
Congress?
communism is?
Yes.
All right, go
Yeah.
ahead.
After
You
you
said it
answer,
was
how many
clear.
Tell a
members of
Cuban.
Congress
Tell
there
a
are?
Cuban what communism is.
What?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Enlighten me.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, considering you're lying about the political
Define
science
communism.
thing,
I
I
just-
can in a
communism.
second. I want you to calm down. I'm asking you a question because right now we're starting off on a lie that you went to school for political science.
Oh,
Very
prove
clearly
that.
you didn't. I don't need to
Really?
prove it. I've
Prove
talked to you
that.
for 2 seconds. You either got conned out of college or you don't know what
Conned?
you're talking about because you never went.
Or cheated.
So define communism.
Yeah.
Why don't
sociopolitical-
no, hold on. Why do you
No, let
keep
'em
bouncing
define
off what I'm
communism.
saying? No thanks. Why do you keep bouncing off what I'm saying?
I
Because
mean,
you
are
can't
you
answer
scared to define communism?
No, I
was just
can.
about
I've
to.
read Karl
I mean,
Marx
let
pretty
Jaden define it,
extensively.
since you're scared
Why?
of him.
Why do you need
Okay,
me
after I
defining it?
define it, will you answer my question?
I mean, define what of course. Define
Okay,
what
so you will
communism.
answer my
No,
question
he can
on
shut up
poli-sci?
really quick.
You
He
guys
can
are
shut up really
intimidating.
quick. You can
Crazy.
stop
Intimidated.
talking.
You
You
guys
can
have no
stop.
credibility.
Stop.
Says the
Okay.
one who claimed that he got a poli-sci degree.
Oh my god. Can you stop? It's fucking.
That's the
annoying,
one
dude.
that studies political science
you
not
stop?
to become a lawyer.
You
Can
don't.
you stop?
Like who studies political science not to become
Can
a
you
lawyer?
stop? Are
How
you a
about this?
lawyer?
That doesn't make sense.
Hold on a second. Are you a lawyer?
What is communism?
Are you a lawyer? Fuck.
You a
Last time
lawyer?
I'm asking you a
What
fucking
is
question.
communism?
Are you a lawyer?
You're
FIU?
fucking. You're dumb. You're fucking brain dead. You've been dropped fucking multiple times. Clearly. That's fucking crazy. Hello, Drake. What's up?
Hey.
Say Drake.
Drake.
Yeah, pardon?
Hey.
Say Drake.
Drake?
Yeah, so whose definition of fascist are you using to label MAGA as a fascist movement?
You could literally use just about any definition you'd like.
Okay, so by Benito Mussolini's, they're not. So, and like
No,
you kind of
Benito
the main
Mussolini.
person.
Wait, what do you mean by Benito Mussolini's? There's not. No, I don't. I hate this argument. I hate this
Okay,
argument.
so
I know this argument well.
what do
I
you think
hate this
fascism is?
argument. Fascism is far-right fanatical ultranationalism characterized by by extreme conservative beliefs. Using Benito
Okay, so the fact
Mussolini's
you didn't
definition
even-
of fascism, that absolutely still falls into place, but it removes context. And I hate having this argument because whenever you have this
You're
argument, people
removing the
point to
context
the.
of
Can you
economics.
stop interrupting, please?
Excuse me, really
Well,
quick.
he was
I'm
interrupting
not
me
talking.
first.
I haven't
Sorry for
talked about
interrupting
it.
the
Hold on,
interruption.
Jaden. I got it. Hold on. I got it, Jaden. What are you talking about in economics? I don't understand what you're talking about because even in economics,
so
this would be a
Have
fascist
you read much
regime.
of Alfredo Rocco?
About with who?
Alfredo Rocco.
No.
Okay, well, he was one of the people responsible for fascist economics, right? And so
Who's his name?
fascism is national syndicalism with
Alfredo
a philosophy
Rocco.
of
What's his-
actualism. Alfredo
What's his
Rocco.
name?
He's a minister of grace, Alfredo Rocco.
Wait, you actually haven't heard of him? Have you heard of Gentile, at least?
Yeah,
Gentile,
Giuseppe
yeah.
Gentile,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, cool. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are we gonna go
Yeah,
to
so-
Pinochet next?
So where's the national syndicalism then? If MAGA is
What's
a
the
fascist
national syndicalism? There were fascist
where is it?
national what?
movement, where is it?
That's not a. That doesn't. It doesn't have anything to do with fascism.
Yes, it is. It's
Fascist
the economics of
syndicalism
fascism.
emerged. What?
It's the economics of fascism. It's
There
a
is no
vital part
economics
it.
of fascism.
Yes, there is. It's national syndicalism.
No,
Where are
it's
you
not
getting the idea
national
that there isn't?
syndicalism.
Where
It's
are you
not
getting the
national
idea that there isn't
syndicalism
economics from fascism from? I'm
because
getting-
we have the historical record of what happened economically throughout Europe. It's not national syndicalism. Do you know what happened when Benito Mussolini took power?
Yeah, corporatism took over.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with syndicalism?
Wait, oh my god, do you not know that corporatism is the same thing? Jeez.
No, it's not.
Wait, do you think
What the
corporatism
fuck
is
are you
about
talking
corporations
about?
then? Wait, what do you think corporatism is?
National syndicalism is not. Syndicalism is not corporations. There
I
was a
didn't say it was,
movement
I
that
said it was
emerged.
corporatism. Wait, do you think corporatism is to do with corporations?
1 second,
But
really
you just
quick.
argue that corporatism and syndicalism are the same, which they're not.
They're not. So there were movements that emerged as national fascist syndicalist movements after the emergence of fascism. Those were separate and indifferent.
No, they were intrinsically linked. What?
Okay, so can you tell me what are some of the tenets of national syndicalism?
Tenants, not so much. It's more just the idea of the national trade unionism, controlling the means of production, right? Because that's what happened in Italy.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did. What? Okay, prove that then.
No, it didn't. That didn't happen in
What?
Italy.
Wait. What do you? How do you?
What do
think
you,
the
what
means
do you
of
think
production were
happened in
controlled
Italy?
What do you
What?
think happened? What?
Can you tell me what Benito Mussolini did when he first came into power under Di Stefano? Who's the other guy? I don't know why
A
he
lot.
sounds familiar.
Well, I'm going to need a bit more specific than that, mate. Just
What was
then
the first
what
thing that he
Mussolini
did? It was literally the first thing. It was the same exact thing that the Yazis did.
Well, the Yazis weren't fascist. I think they got.
Yes, they were.
Wait,
What?
you think National Syndicalism is the same as National
Can
Socialism?
you stop the
Jesus.
grandstanding,
National
Drake?
think that's the same as
No,
syndicalism.
sorry. I'm just astounded by the level of
Yeah,
intelligence.
don't start with the
Slow down,
thing. Hold on. Don't start with the I'm so astounded. What you're saying is not making any sense, because the
Yes,
fascists were
because
not national. Can you stop? The fascists were not national syndicalists. Okay, there was emergences of national syndicalism and trying to mitigate and trying to link syndicalism out of the workers' movements and to fascism. They were trying to mend it, but that never worked. They weren't syndicalists. Mussolini came in and started handing money off to the industrialists and started handing industry off to the industrialists, literally giving them monopolies.
what's your source saying that?
I mean, I can go back into. I have a fucking article for. It's not an article, but it was like what is it? Like a journal entry from a academic. But you can literally
Okay,
go and
yeah,
read
that
about
sounds
it.
fun. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go back and look for like 5 years ago. I thought this was pretty normal stuff. Okay. Actually, let me see if I can find it just by putting in an entry. 1 second.
Drake, I have a question in the meantime. Corporatism, under that is state and liberal. Which one are you referring to when you refer to Mussolini? State or liberal corporatism?
State? Because the corporations were in that sense, not in the modern
Right. If
capitalist
you're,
sense.
I say, when you're talking about corporatism, you're talking about unions, businesses, etc.? I'm just trying to understand.
Yeah. The National Union,
Right, and under
which is what
Go ahead.
national syndicalism is, right?
I don't know what I'm not familiar with that.
No,
it's national
no,
trade
it's
unionism.
not. Where are you getting this? Where are you getting this from? That the fascists were national syndicalists. There was national syndicalism that emerged as an idea, but never had any real fucking grid.
Gregor. What's it? Is it Gregor? Yeah, Gregor.
Gregor.
From A. James Gregor, the historian.
Okay,
Mussolini's intellectuals.
Okay, 1 second. The first privatization, selling SOEs and privatizing public monopolies in fascist Italy, 1922 to 1925. Do you know by which page that might be on?
On what? Pardon?
Do you have a page?
A page? No, I'm literally looking through the PDF at the moment to try and remember. I don't have every source off the top of my head.
I have the book over there, so you can tell me which page.
What? Mussolini's intellectuals?
Yeah. I really hate, and here's the thing that's really interesting to me. I hate when people try and make that fascism is somehow has economic policy, because it really doesn't. And who made the point on this? So this is why there's a book called. Who made the point on this? What was his name? That's not it. What is it? What's the name of the book? Hold on.
The talk, therefore, was the totalitarian corporatist and the final collectivist. Yeah. Okay. Page 99.
No, 1 second.
Tommy, can you check Cash App when you're done?
Page 99.
Yep.
See what you're masterizing here today.
Yeah, paragraph that starts only on 3 January 1925.
What part
I
am I
mean,
reading?
well, yeah, the paragraph that starts only on 3 January 1925.
By the beginning of 1925?
That isn't one. No, next
You
page.
said page
Oh,
99.
other
Oh,
side.
I'm on
Other side.
98.
Yeah.
You say MAGA's a fascist movement, isn't he? You
Bro, who
even
let
know
this
what
fucker
that
read?
means, little guy.
Shush. Hey, can you please stop adding people in the middle of debates? You guys stop inviting people? All right, what is your point? What's your argument? So I know what I'm looking for.
Well, it's clear it's syndicalism. I mean, it gets labelled here, but I mean, just up between those two page spreads, right? It says syndicalists or syndicalism 4 times, right?
Where?
Dude, you're on the page. Can you not see it?
Can you
How
just
far down this
specify where?
paragraph?
On the one that's let me count the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About line 14. The final
The talk thereafter was
synthesis of nationalism, syndicalism, and actualism. That line.
Yeah, so you're misunderstanding. Actually, really badly. So what he's talking about, by the way, is thereafter neither Mussolini nor fascism spoke of any accommodation with the elements of the former system. The talk thereafter was of totalitarian, cooperative, and ethical state. The final collectivist synthesis of nationalism, syndicalism, and actualism. So this is what you're not understanding, is that in this particular time, they were trying to... There was a lot of different fractionalized groups that were trying to mend into what fascism actually was. And
nationalism,
so
syndicalism, and actualism.
no, they're talking about how they were talking about the potentiality of incorporating syndicalism into it, because of the basically a lot of the people that came into the movement at that time had very, very strong roots about syndicalism, because this was how communists had thought that they were going to bring about Marxist revolutionary change to the world. So this is not saying that they're a fascist syndicalist. They're saying that there are elements of it, that they're trying to create this. And there's a book that you can read. What is his name? It's called The Anatomy of Fascism by Robert Paxton. Okay, it was by Robert Paxton.
Yeah, and Robert Paxton in that Drake, he does argue about Nazism being a part of what do you call it? Fascism, and so in particular,
So I would
with
disagree
that,
with that.
hold on one second. Hold on.
Okay,
Yeah, you can write to Robert Paxton and let him know. But
well,
he,
if you agree with it, then what's the issue with talking to you about it?
well, what's the issue of me finishing my statement?
Sorry, I thought you were.
Yeah,
No,
so
you didn't.
A bit of a latency thing, mate.
no, and you're still doing it. So I'll just go ahead and let you talk. I know women's voices. Yeah, they annoy me.
Cool.
No reason to bring sexism into it for no reason. Jeez.
All right, I gotta let you go. Duke paid to kick. And you were annoying me. Duke, appreciate it. Thank you. Can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat for Duke? Duke with the 30. Can we get some dubs and drumsticks? Tia, I forgot. I'll get to you guys in just a second. I'm sorry. But can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat for Duke paying to kick? I'm going to summarize this really quick, because in The Anatomy of Fascism, Robert Paxton actually writes about this very specific thing. In the early 1920s, the fascists that existed there were made up largely of a ton of different groups. And among those groups were syndicalists, right? Because one of the things is they emerged syndicalism or fascism out of like reactionary revolutionaryism. And in that time, basically the right came in and completely disconnected the left and actually like broke the movement up. And so you had all of these syndicalists that really didn't have any direction. And so what they did is they started targeting these groups and saying, yeah, it'll have elements of this, that, and that. And Paxton makes the argument in the Anatomy of Fascism that, and I think it's a pretty apt argument, is that fascism, the way, and this is really important understanding it, fascism as it emerged as a political ideology, was not fascism in what it became or fascism in practice. And so he points out, actually in like 3 segments, that there was the philosophers, and then there were the people that tried to put it into practice, and then there was the result of what became of it. And interestingly enough, what we see is really the end result, which is autocracy, totalitarian autocracy, and we're seeing that again. So there's a real theme there where it's like, pretty much I haven't seen anyone that would disagree with this, but because it's verifiable, but every single fascist regime that has emerged has adopted elements of its own culture. So it's never unitary. It's never this. There are certain themes around it. There are things that surround it, but there's not like one specific thing. So when you watch, like, they didn't have syndicalism in Pakistan. Fascism emerged, right? So when they're talking about this, they're talking about like the elements of like syndicalism, right? Like that movement, and they're trying to like pull this together. So him pointing out that this is like, movements of syndicalism is really more or less like Hitler when he came into power, and Hitler basically went and targeted socialists because 1/5 of the country was socialist. So it's like people trying to compare, like, you know what I mean? They're trying to make like one single, like, this is the truth, and that's not usually it. It's like, even in America right now, like, MAGA is not made up of one single solitary type. It's made up of an amalgamation of different ideas, beliefs, different people, and socioeconomic statuses, as it usually is. So just saying like, oh, well, syndicalists are involved. Of course they're going to be involved. They made up a significant portion of the country.
Yeah, what I was trying to explain to him, yeah, who cares, Drake, was that what Robert Paxton pointed out in particular is because Hitler went on race, the anti-Semitism, the violence against political opponents or whatever, he like literally bullet points them out. So, but yeah, Drake, write to Robert Paxton and let him know.
Yeah, and the Anatomy of Fascism is fucking dense. It actually is really.
I gotta go. I got a podcast to do.
Yeah, it is.
All right, take care, Jaden.
All right, Jay.
What's up,
Have a
Josh?
good podcast, Jaden.
Thank you.
Did you know Dachau, the very first concentration camp built in Germany, was specifically built for socialists and communists? They also housed people with disabilities and homosexual people, but yeah, it was the first people they attacked when they came into power.
Oh, so really quick, what I was getting to was that, because he kind of mended his thing together really oddly, there is no fascist economy. There is like one end goal, but there's no like fascist economy. I just wanted to point that out. What happened in Italy at the time was like you had this reactionary, this is basically what happened. This reactionary group that was largely learned their political philosophy from Georges Sorel, who believed in violent reactionaryism and that violence was good. This like taught this entire youth of the country. They got involved in socialist revolutionaryism and then fell out with socialist revolutionaryism because that's what they came up to know, right? That's what they were grown up and taught in schools and all this other stuff. And so when fascism came along, they had the reactionary and aggressiveness. They didn't really care that much about the philosophy. But you had a ton of people come in, including Di Stefano, who privatized the shit out of everything, created a ton of monopolies, was a neoliberal, or not neoliberal, but was a classical libertarian and an Adam Smith guy, and basically wrote all these policies. The stock market collapse happened, the global depression happened, and then they privatized the shit out of everything, or unprivatized it, and then they like bought it up into a bank and had a conglomeration. It was like a whole deal. So they've tried Keynesian, they tried, classical liberal policies, and ultimately, those policies morphed, as did the time. Just the way it is.
Pasho, you're giving troll. Like, by keep begging to come up,
Yeah.
like, you're really giving troll.
I wouldn't have.
behavior.
I wasn't
Here,
gonna let him up. Hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
What's up? You driving?
No, I'm not driving. I'm just sitting on the bed, and I just wanted to talk about something. It's very important for me.
Cool.
And
Is it a
my
debate?
English is not good. I try to do my best just to get to, like, you can understand me. I'm going to talk that way, okay?
is it about the
Okay.
background?
Hey, Tia and
No,
Karmic, appreciate it. Thank
it's
you. I'm gonna take
about
you guys in just a second.
it's about marriage, sis. You know, I've been married to American
Nobody
citizen.
cares. If it's not
What?
about the background, Pasho, can you please go?
Is this about?
Oh, you want me
Are
to
you
go?
debating us?
No, he wants to talk about marriage.
Okay, I don't want to talk about that. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm good.
Nobody cares.
If you're debating, hop on in the box. It is a subathon. If you guys want to support, make sure you sub, help out, keep us going. We're live on a Saturday because of that. Tia, appreciate it. Thank you. Towards kicking this idiot when you're finished toying with him. This was from a minute ago, so I'm sorry, Tia. Appreciate it. And Karmic, appreciate it. Saturday, dude. Let's go. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Karmic and Tia, can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat for them? And Duke, again, appreciate beta kick. Ella, what's up?
Did I make this? I didn't make this background. I made one
Okay.
similar.
Sorry if I don't sound the best. I'm kind of sick, but I don't think that it's yet fascist, but I agree with like fascist movement, like it's moving towards that territory, especially because if you think of like you said, people like Benito Mussolini and stuff like that, some of the things that they did like is attack the press and like attack you know, the freedoms of people's speech. And that's like what Trump's doing. If you hear like he literally said like quote unquote like the meanness has to stop, like referring to the press. If you say something mean about him, like you can be like charged and punished for it. That's what he's trying to do.
Wait, so Ella, hold on. Like, we get it. So that doesn't become the echo chamber. You said that you don't believe it's like there yet. Are you saying like we're not at like the Hitler level? Because you don't need to get to Hitler level in order for fascism to be and like is active. Because
No.
I think we could go through the 14 tenets and every box can be ticked off with in terms of current like initiatives that have been happening.
No, it's just like by definition like far right like authoritarianism and like you
And
can
we're there, Ella.
Yeah, it's not the
quite
degree that
authoritarian.
matters. It's not what they've accomplished yet. It's that they're trying to accomplish it.
No, I agree with that. That's what I said. But but we're not quite at authoritarianism level because if we were, then we wouldn't be
hold
able
on.
to
If
vote.
we're in a constitutional crisis, so wouldn't that fall under that we have a president who's ignoring the law of the land?
Absolutely, like due process. Like he basically
Yeah.
is trying to throw that out the window, and that's
That's just
unacceptable.
well, that's just one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if it was quite at authoritarianism level, we wouldn't be able to vote or have any sort of decision, but that's what he's trying to do, and that's incredibly problematic.
Right, but they're already, and they've been doing this for years, but it's becoming more intense, especially like say with the SAVE Act. They are
Absolutely.
actively working to suppress our votes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I know, like, with the SAVE Act, like, people who, like, change their last names, like, married women and stuff, it can make it a lot harder for them to do so. That's why I said, like, they're actively trying to, but haven't accomplished it. And I think that I think that a lot of things that people do, people complain about it and people whine about it, but nobody, like, is actively speaking up and, like, trying to fix this. Like we have like if you think about in the past like with issues like Schmittler or whatever, like people there were like wars over it, like people stood up and fought for what they believed in, people protested, people like died on that hill that like this is not going to continue. And like I think that we've lost that same fight. And I think that what Trump does is he brainwashes the American people to think that what he's doing is for the benefit of our country and patriotic, because that is a part of fascism and that is a part of a dictatorship. You know, you start off by, like, if you think of how World War II started, like, one of the reasons was extreme nationalism. Like, you hold nationalism to an extreme and you assume superiority over others, and then it turns into more problematic things.
I don't think we disagree. I think we have a disagreement just on like where it is. But we appreciate your support. We appreciate you coming in.
Thanks.
Yeah, take care. Mussolini's intellectuals. You know, I think one of the most. Oh, by the way, Tia and Karmic again, appreciate it. Thank you guys. Sorry I was late thinking you, but here's the thing on fascism that's most fascinating is that people oftentimes think of it as very cut and dry, but it's not. And they think of it as like one thing or the other, and it's not. I mean, can you imagine like if someone boxed up all of MAGA in fucking 80 years from now and just like put them into one thing? You wouldn't really understand MAGA. You know, if you're like, they're just this kind of people. Like, a lot of them are. I think the majority of them are a certain type of people. But you're not going to really understand the appeal of what was happening in the electorate or why, for instance, people stayed home in 2024. Like, you're not really going to get a full picture of it. This book, by the way, was crazy fucking expensive. This book was insanely expensive. But you're not going to get, like, a concise reason, you know? And so, like, trying to say, like, it is this or it isn't this. Mussolini's Intellectuals. I remember this being a really expensive fucking book. I remember this being a really expensive book. I don't remember what it was, but I know it cost me a pretty penny. I'm probably going to find it for nothing now.
I'm pulling up Audible. I got a credit.
On Audible? I don't know if it's on Audible. It was like $50. I think I paid more for it than that. It says 44. I think I paid like 60 at the time. Should have waited. Maybe it was 45. I don't know. It's a lot for a fucking book. But, yeah. There's a couple of... I read a paper, too, about national syndicalism, and, like, it never really took off. People were trying to get it incorporated. I just want to point out that kid did not read that section or understood it. He literally just put it into a thing and then it pulled up syndicalist and he goes, look at syndicalism right here. I think that he just put it into a PDF. But, yeah.
Nope, they don't have it. They have Mussolini's daughter, Strongman. I already have that one.
Yeah, I don't think they have. They might have. I think it's like
Mussolini
$25 on
Hitler,
Kindle.
I have that one.
The most expensive book
Doctrine.
I have is Zine Sternhell. Zeev Sternhell. What was it? The Birth of Fascist Ideology. That book was fucking crazy. Oh my god, you're kidding me? It's only $55 now? They have it as a reprint on Amazon. It's fucking crazy. For the hardcover, I paid like $120. That actually is irritating. In this economy, I'm losing money.
Ideology.
Yeah.
Man, I hate that they don't have all books on Audible. They really
I wouldn't recommend it. It's not a super fun read. It's really not. It's really not. You know, there's better books for it. We got Mama to 3.
A lot of books on fascism are kind of pretty freaking slow, man.
Yeah, they are. Unfortunately, it's a lot because, like, you know, like, the more you learn about fascism, the more confusing it becomes. That's just the truth. It's like, you know what I mean? The more, like, you know, like if someone's like unstable, right? And you're describing them, the more that you like to see you're studying someone that's unstable. It's just not mentally well. On the outside, you can put it into a box of a few things, right? And categorize it, and it becomes easy, or at least manageable. They do this, that, and the other. But if you really study it in depth, it becomes real crazy. And then why this person does things a certain way, why they interact with the world the way they do, why they say the things they do, suddenly a whole lot more questions open up, and it becomes infinitely more confusing. And that's what fascism is. The harder you the harder you dig, the more questions you end up with. So I try to make it succinct.
I did the Richard Evans. I don't want to say trilogy on it, but the 3-part Richard Evans story on fascism. It was good. It was long. It was super long though. The
You
Third
can go
Reich,
back to looking for
okay, I found
books.
them. The Third Reich in Power, and the Third Reich at War.
Oh yeah, that's that
Rising of the
long
Third
ass
Reich.
trilogy, isn't it?
Yeah, it was.
That's like it's a yeah. I saw. I think isn't it like one of the books
4
like
months.
35 hours? Yeah, isn't one of the books like 35 hours? Yeah.
It took me a long time. Man.
I have one of the books, and I've listened to a few hours of it, and I was like, Jesus Christ, this is tedious.
It goes all the way.
I listened to it in
back
1.5.
It goes back to Elos, or Alos, whatever his dad's name is. It goes back into that history. It starts off way back, like his roots, where he came from. Alos. How do you say his name? A-L-O-S?
Still don't have a job? Buddy, this is what I do for work. Have you not figured it out yet? You still have a job? That's crazy. Yeah, what was I going to say? No, I mean, I like myself a good book. I miss going to secondhand stores and finding books, but I just don't have the space anymore. I really don't have the space. So, Audible's easier, honestly. Listen to it more, so... but yeah, we're having a subathon. If you guys want to support the channel, support the subathon. We have one more until we hit our 50 sub goal, so would appreciate it. We're over on this account. This is probably where we're going to be based out of from now on, and then join in on this account over here. So if you guys want to sub, would appreciate it. Is it Kaid?
You guys, no, it's Quaid. Good morning or good afternoon, wherever you guys are.
What's going on? What's your take?
Well, my take is that I just sort of liked your title and I thought of joining this discussion. So yeah, I do agree with you. MAGA group as a whole is really are supporting this fascist movement, and also I think just based on what I have observed.
Quaid. We're actually.
I don't know
looking
what
for
that was.
Isn't that
was
so
awesome.
cool? I've never seen that before.
I don't know what that was. Can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat? Appreciate it. Let's go. We're getting out there.
That was awesome.
To
Sorry,
the For You
Quaid. That was-
page. Appreciate
I
it,
felt like
dude.
a
Can we get some
little
dubs
kid
and
all of a sudden.
drumsticks? I have no idea
it's
what
fine.
that was, but I appreciate it. Sorry, go ahead.
No, so I would just, like I said, I just noticed, being in US since 87, so this is a time where we all feel a little bit of uncertainty about how things are progressing in this country. And I just feel it's pretty amazing that we could have a president who has been convicted of 34 felonies and yet we elected him. Not we, I didn't vote for him. I'm sure a lot of people didn't, but people who did are putting others in jeopardy based on how he's managing things and his administration is.
All right. Well, appreciate it. We are going to see if we can grab a debate, but yeah, no, it sounds like we agree.
Yeah.
All right, appreciate it, man.
I think we got somebody in the box.
Oh, no problem.
You know what I've been
Hey,
reading,
appreciate
though?
the subs over there. Nice. Appreciate the subs. Appreciate the corgis. Are trying to get on the For You page. So if you guys want to support, you can send over
Join
the
the team.
gifts there. I'll
Hit
set
the
up a
hearts.
new sub goal. I think I just set it to 60. Appreciate you guys for helping me hit the sub goal over here. If you guys want to sub over on YouTube as well, I'd appreciate it. Or if you guys want to sub YouTube, Tier 2 and Patreon access get you access to the playbacks. So, yeah, if you guys are enjoying the Saturday stream, want it to keep going, Make sure you guys are subbing. And you can sub for free over on Twitch. There's a video in my link tree in my bio that shows you how to sub on free for Twitch if you have Prime. It doesn't cost you anything. It takes like 5 minutes to support the channel. And, you know, I don't know, there's like 500 people, 600 people on there. If everybody went and did that, it would really help. It would really help. It's free for you. I guess it's a way to get your money out of your thing and support the channel, but it's completely free to do. It takes 5 minutes, and the video in the link tree in the bio shows you exactly how to do it, literally click by click. So it's not even that long. I think I had someone do it in 2 minutes. They were testing it. Annie, what's up? Annie, can you hear me? Do 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 do.
Are you there, Annie?
Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie?
Are you okay, Annie? Annie, you okay? What did you have this?
I've been hit by, I've been struck by.
Hey, appreciate the sub. Thank you. King, appreciate it. Can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat for King? Appreciate it. Thank you. If you guys can't help out or anything like that, that's fine. But if you guys could double tap the screen over on TikTok, comment, interact, help get it out to the For You page. You guys are on YouTube. Hit that like button. Help get some people in here. Do appreciate it if you guys sub and support the channel, because TikTok sucks and video views have been way down. So, and I've been cranking out videos trying to get them to go out, but we'll see. We'll see. If you guys want to support, yeah, I would appreciate it.
So 75%, thanks, counselor. 75% of America is fascist? No, it's 100%. 100% of America.
Yeah. Just don't go getting canceled. I haven't yet. I mean, well, I've been canceled like 4 or 5 times, I guess. All pretty benign shit over compared to all this other shit that's going on. No, I haven't been canceled, but you know what I mean?
I canceled myself.
Everybody's like, you canceled yourself?
Yeah, I even.
Best way to support is, sorry, somebody asked.
Sub on
Best way to
Patreon or
support
YouTube.
is, yeah, Patreon and YouTube. You can sub over there.
MAGA is pro-American, pro-Chinese, maybe.
Yeah, when you
Everything
sub
Donald
to,
Trump does is pro-China. Yes, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just asking about the different sub things. I didn't know like what the difference were. I wanted to ask you before I did something. I
Oh.
watch you guys so much. I feel like I should give you something. Too much. You giving me too much free entertainment.
Patreon
Oh, I appreciate it.
is great. Patreon, you get access to the Discord. You get to watch all the full replays, and then YouTube, of course, is great because you also can get like additional content that isn't on TikTok is on TikTok or Patreon.
Ah, cool.
Yeah,
Sounds good. I'll do that.
Either YouTube or Patreon, whatever easier.
Awesome. I run. You probably have heard me before. I'm usually here under Carbuzz. This is just my personal.
Oh yeah, we were asking about you the other.
Yeah, Carbuzz.
What were you asking about me?
Yeah.
I was just wondering like how things are in the car business right now. And do you see any
super fine.
effect from the UK deal with Jaguar Land Rover?
I mean, it's like it's so fluid the way everything's moving. I know Jaguar Land Rover paused shipments for like a whole month. So I didn't talk to any dealers about like how badly that affected, customers that were trying to get a Range Rover or whatever. I guess now they'll start shipping again. They didn't like negotiate a zero tariff from what I read. I think it's still like 10%. Which is still going to drive up prices eventually. You ask these multi-billion-dollar automakers, and I've been in meetings with a few of them, roundtables and discussions, and like you ask them, and you expect them to know because they have armies of lawyers and all of this stuff. They have no idea. Like I was talking with a German automaker, and they're like, "Yeah, we're trying to figure out like how you actually calculate like what each tariff is and how you pay it. Like we actually don't know." So yeah, it's kind of shocking that they actually like really don't know. Like nobody knows. They're figuring this stuff as they go.
Yeah, so are we.
That's awesome.
And
That's so great.
And now
That's so
Mike
great.
Johnson said he wants to get rid of the federal tax credit. I'm like, yeah, great. Let's stop EV sales like right as we're finally getting to the point where it's like easy to drive one. Sweet.
Yeah, like right as it's reaching the precipice of like, okay, this is gonna overtake gas because of battery, like the amount, like just how much more convenient batteries are now. Like we're not that
Yeah,
far off, maybe a year or two, maybe 2 years from having like,
we're at,
pretty rapid recharging batteries. And they're like,
yeah.
nah,
I
we're just getting
mean,
rid of that.
they have ones in China that like I think 6 or 7 minutes you're getting like 60% charge. It's crazy like how far ahead of us they are. But you know, I always liken this to, when we beat Russia to the moon, it's like, yeah, America, we're so patriotic, we're gonna beat them to the moon. Oh, but those Chinese cars are so good, we can't beat them. Let's just give up, not even try. It's just very funny how like
Yeah.
culturally different our country has become with stuff like that.
I know, and
Sad.
yeah, I mean, let's be real. That's the thing is like we should be throwing money, not at Elon, but throwing money at
Right.
these other car manufacturers to like make this shit because
Yeah, make it better,
it's
make
not.
it
It's like
here.
do like battery integrations. Like you have like Japan, we have Taiwan. Like we very clearly have the tech to beat China on this and beat them badly, and they're just like
Hmm.
we have not spent the fucking money. We have not spent the money, and China just has an endless. Those of you who don't know this, China has an endless fund for this shit. Literally,
Hmm.
just you want money, here you go, and we're not doing nothing. So yeah, of course we're fucking falling behind. They're being fucking their business is being propped up by their country. Of course they're fucking going to do better,
Right.
and
Yeah, they have like
throw
this. They
money at
have
it.
like the good kind of. They have the good kind of nationalism, I guess.
I know if Bernie had won, you know how much further ahead of the Chinese we'd be in terms of electric
What if Gore
vehicles.
won? What if Gore won?
I know. If Gore won, we
Like,
fuck. I think
we
about
would have
that
been
at
uh
least once a year. At
hanging
least once a
chads my
year if Gore had
ass.
won.
Yeah, it's just like what a
If
utopia.
Sorry about that. From
What'd you say?
Florida. Sorry about that.
Oh, I live in Florida too, so I know.
Oh, okay. Then you know.
just everybody's from Florida.
I'm aware. You see my profile picture? I
Literally
just changed
everyone on
that
TikTok
recently.
is from Florida. I get it. Everyone.
I
Everyone's
Yeah, I
from
guess
Florida.
so.
No, everybody from TikTok is from the West Coast.
It's either
Really?
Florida
I
or
like
California,
all.
I guess.
Maybe it's just the right wing creators. All of the right wing creators. But
Oh
there's a
yeah,
lot of
we,
left
yeah.
wing creators that are in Florida too.
Where does
I mean,
older
I have
millennial live?
He
at
lives in
least two
Tampa.
mods.
Ugh, gross. He is a Tampa guy. Sounds right.
Yeah, Tampa trash.
Sounds
Typical.
about white.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean,
I can
left
drop
coast,
down if
best
you
coast,
guys are.
right?
Yeah, it was nice talking to you, Jared.
But yeah, I've gotten too much free enjoyment from you for too long, so I'm gonna go give you something on Discord or Patreon. You said.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
Patreon and
appreciate it,
YouTube.
man.
Those, if you can go and sub to both of those, that would be awesome.
Cool. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
do
I
that
think
now.
it's more convenient to sub on here, but obviously TikTok is on the fritz right now. So if you're gonna sub anywhere, I would say YouTube. But yeah, if you guys want to double tap the screen, see if we can get up to 100K likes over on TikTok. We are having a subathon, so if you guys want to sub, would appreciate it. Um, what was it I was talking with? I would dye my hair silver. I would dye my hair silver if I had 1,000, or I think it was going to be like 1,000 across all platforms. I was going to do that originally. We almost hit it. We got real close. But yeah. I think we could do it.
Yeah, we'll have some new emotes coming in. I have some already in Discord, but we can make more. If you have suggestions, you can go ahead and reach out to me through DM, and yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, do you just want an excuse to dye your hair? No, we were going to do it originally and we almost got there. We were really close. Really, really close. We just didn't get there. But
Tommy will be doing frosted tips at 500 subs. Frosted tips. boy band
Frosted
style.
Tips at 500. Is that 500 new subs?
Yes.
This shit that
No,
fucking.
including the 52 that you have here, but that also includes YouTube, Twitch, all
I think
together.
I'm already
Plus-
there.
Oh no.
Corey,
Yeah,
appreciate the
okay, starting now.
20. Thank you, Corey. It'd have to be 500 new because I think I already have 500 across all of them.
Okay, we'll do
Corey,
500.
appreciate it. Can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat for Corey with the 20 gifted subs?
Daddy, chill.
Nice. Told you that's a thing. Corey, appreciate it. Thank you, Corey. Can we get some dubs and drumsticks? You guys over on TikTok and just got a free sub? Give a dub in the chat.
Only 480 more to go.
480 more to go. Frosted Tips
We'll
is
get those
crazy.
Frosted Tips.
I'd have to go down. I'd have to go down to see John to do it, and he'd be like, "What the fuck?" Wait, I didn't even say yes on the Frosted Tips. I just want to point that out. Is that what we're doing?
Wait,
No,
actually you did.
Yeah, we said yes to it.
You literally agreed, Tommy.
Yeah.
Play it back.
Okay.
Roll it back.
Well, fuck. But that means I don't. Okay. Oh shit. All right, fine. You know what? It's fair. It's fair. It's fair. It's fair. Fuck, Frosted Tips. That's terrible. And you know, if I go to John, he's gonna fuck with me.
Yeah.
You know, if I
What are
go
we
to John,
talking about?
he's gonna fuck with me. Frosted Tips. So what's going on?
I understand.
What's going on? What's your take?
Hey, I'm
Hey,
here.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, what's going on? What's your take?
Oh, I'm not sure what we're talking about, though. We were talking about the Wall Street Journal article today.
We're talking about the
what?
background.
No, I don't. What's the Wall Street? I don't know what you're talking about. But we are talking
No,
about the background.
Gavin Newsom brought a case against Trump with 13 other states for building charging stations. Isn't that amusing?
I don't. Hold on. What happened?
What you're talking about?
Can you expand on that? Like, why?
Oh, because he took the funding away from it.
Well, I mean, isn't it ironic that they were just all
Am
destroyed?
I right? Is it because Trump is defunding the program for charging stations throughout those states? Like we're right on the precipice of becoming not dependent as dependent on gasoline more so than ever, and Trump starts pulling things away from it. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, that was already allocated
I-
to the infrastructure bill. So I don't know why Trump is going in and stealing the money, because that's basically what he's going to do.
Well,
Congress
how
allocates funds, right?
Well, no, there's a problem with the justice
I don't know
system
if-
because there was a guy that was from Minnesota that destroyed a bunch of stuff, and he didn't get punished for it, and now they are
Flippin'
suing.
flop are you talking about?
Did you not read that?
No, man, I didn't read your obscure story that you came in here to fuck.
No,
something
we didn't
up.
read it. That's why we're asking.
I don't know I'm
So
just
what's the
super
okay,
confused.
so let's talk about the
What is the
fascist
article about? What is the article about?
It's about the charging stations, and then 13 other states that have Democratic governors that are suing Trump. I think that it's
Yeah?
ironic
Why?
that they were destroyed, and there was a bunch of vandalism, and now they want to sue Trump. Isn't that?
No, that's like
That's
it has
kind of-
nothing to do with it. Even it like that doesn't make
I
any
don't-
sense, because
Well, no, yes, it does, because you said that it's a fascist movement, but the fascists are the ones that are destroying the infrastructure.
no, that was okay.
I
Hold
got
on, that wasn't even a protest. Those are just vandals. Who cares?
They were destroying. I thought they were destroying like Tesla charging stations. I don't
No,
know
it's
though.
against
But
Tesla. It's against Musk.
So, but okay, so fascists are violent. Is that correct?
They can use
Can
violence,
we
but they
agree
don't
on
have
that?
to.
They can be, but they don't always. A lot of most of what they do is psychological.
You're gonna say all violence is fascist? Is that where you're going?
I think
That's
I
So
think
just
what
because people exude violence does not mean that they're fascist. But fascism is a fanatical ideology that largely is rooted in idealism, ideals above all else, and so they'll gaslight everybody into believing that their ideals work and that we need to follow them, despite not being rooted in fact or reality.
For your statement, your claim to be logical, you would have to say when the Eagles won the Super Bowl and all the people went out and like wrecked cars and tore down lampposts and stuff like that, that they are also fascists.
no, because that's that's an abstract argument. Has that
No, it's not
that
abstract. It's pretty. You're doing
there's
yeah, you're doing a fallacy, bro.
no okay. Antifa has been known for violence. Can we agree on that?
What was January 6th, sir?
Antifa stands
Okay, yeah,
for
but okay, we can go to
anti-fascist.
January 6th, but the thing is that they were thrown in jail and they did not get the due processes, which is what the liberals keep complaining about.
Nope, they
We
did
got
get due
two. We got
process. They did get due process. There were 1,600 different actions in
they weren't.
court.
There
Some of
was
them
no
pled out. Some of them
specific.
went to trial.
Not all of them.
Yeah, there
Wait,
was
hold on.
specific charges.
They were in D.C. and it was a federal crime.
Wait a
It
minute,
was
hold
very.
on. No, I think I'm not. I could be mistaken, but when you're arrested, you go for an arraignment, right? Then you have to go back to court. Like the process somewhat has already started.
No charges were brought against a lot of them.
What?
Nope, they were
So,
brought. There were charges brought against all of them. They
well,
have. There
the
has to be
reason
charges brought. There
this
was.
is
Can you tell me someone that was really quick? Can you tell me someone that wasn't, and I can pull up the charging documents. I can pull
think
up the complaint
I
form.
honestly think he's about for bail reform, and he doesn't realize it. Like,
Probably.
were some people at January 6th locked up in jail and had to wait for their hearings? Yeah. And I would say they shouldn't have done that. They shouldn't have to serve time until they're actually found guilty. So if you want to say that we need bail reform, that's a whole different argument, man.
I don't think that there should be bail reform for all of them. There are definitely some people that should not have gotten bail, but you know, I don't know that I would argue. I mean, sure, they require due process, strap an ankle monitor to them. I don't care, whatever. But like Ethan Nordine, Enrique Tarrio, nah, they shouldn't get pretrial release.
Tario wasn't there.
He organized
he
it.
plotted on it, man. He
He
planned
was an
everything.
organizer.
He
I
got
don't
charged
think-
and convicted with. Hold on, he got charged and convicted with conspiracy. That does not
If he wasn't
mean
there,
Brooke, appreciate it. Thank you for the dollar. That doesn't mean he got charged for conspiracy. That doesn't mean that he doesn't have to be there to be charged with conspiracy.
Charles
he,
Manson wasn't there either.
yeah, Charles. But yeah, why did he apologize in court for his involvement? He's taken it back now that he got out, but why would he apologize? Isn't an apology somewhat of an admission?
No, I mean you're taking that too far. Everybody apologizes to the judge. It's the court. It's how you are in court. You
He
have
didn't
to
have
appear.
to.
That's why
He
you
didn't have
dress.
to. He didn't have to. He had the option and he chose it.
Well, he's not saying that now. He went back on it. So I don't know what's the
Of
truth.
of course. He has people to answer to.
Well, my point is not about one specific guy with Tario. I just find it funny that there's two stories going on in the media. The media starts to say, well, you have the current administration is fascist, but there's violence by the counter administration, but that's ignored. So
What violence?
that should at least
What violence
it
did
should at least
Biden?
be accepted.
Wait, what violence?
All of this is why I when I came on here, this is why I'm talking about the charging stations, because this is everything. This
That's
is where it
vandalism,
starts.
by the way. That's vandalism. That's not violence. Violence is perpetuated on a person or an animal, something along that line. Vandalism is not violence.
Okay, we got to be a little bit more specific. There
I
was
mean, to be
gunfire.
fair, it depends on how you qualify it, but it just depends.
Well,
But in
in
this instance,
Colorado,
it's more vandalism.
but there was gunshot.
It's a categorical definitional thing. That's why I don't want to say it's not, because in certain instances it can be. But yeah, this is mostly vandalism.
He's trying to
relative
infer
what they're
that it's
doing.
violence against people when it's not, though. It's just vandalism against buildings.
Well, I mean,
no.
I mean,
When
to be
you shoot
fair, it
into
hurt
a building-
Muskie's feelings. That's why he's upset.
What? Okay, so look, when you shoot into a building, I think that you don't know who's in there. That's
Yeah,
probably that could hit
cool.
somebody.
That's awesome. What did Timothy McVeigh do to a building?
Well, Timothy McVeigh probably didn't even do it. I would imagine
my
it's
God.
probably a
Is the
government
Earth flat?
conspiracy.
Hey yo, is the Earth flat?
Bro, didn't they?
Well, I don't believe that. but I
Timothy
do believe that
McVeigh
LBJ
didn't do it.
Didn't they capital punishment him for that? Bro, what?
Well, in the same way with Lee Harvey Oswald killing JFK, right?
Timothy
Right? I mean-
McVeigh did it.
Bro,
Well,
Did Timothy McVeigh even deny he'd do it?
I don't think so.
No,
I don't
he
think
did not.
so. Okay.
So Oswald,
Did Timothy McVeigh scream, "I'm just a patsy"?
You know he didn't deny. You know that, right? Hey yo, he did not deny. Where do you guys get this stuff?
from
Counselor
books,
says he pleaded
this stuff is in the
guilty.
library. Well, you
I
can't
don't think
believe
he ever
everything
denied
that-
doing it. And he bought. They literally have the receipts of him buying the fertilizer. You know what I mean? So
Okay, why
I don't
would
think
the
he
guy?
ever
Thanks
denied
for the
it.
dollar cash app.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Brooke,
we,
appreciate it. Thank you.
We have a
Well,
lawyer.
Andrew Jackson, and there was a guy that tried to assassinate Andrew Jackson, and they basically made that story go away. Now, his vice president believed
Oh,
that
he didn't plead. He pled not guilty.
It's a pity that the assassination didn't work, to be honest.
who Andrew Jackson.
And he probably pled not guilty, but he never,
Yeah, I never denied it.
I don't think he ever denied it.
Well, George Bush probably assassinated JFK, so that's the truth of the matter, I think, because he was leading the CIA investigation.
He did choose not to appeal the sentence, though. McVeigh. McVeigh did it, bro.
Isn't it weird
Don't
him
come up here
saying
with your white
Bush,
supremacist
him saying
talking
Bush unalive JFK is the most cogent thing he said?
You believe that?
McVeigh
I don't,
was a
what are we even
flat-out
talking?
white
What were we even
supremacist.
talking about? We're asking about lack of due process for Jan 6.
So I'm all over the place right now, but the only reason I'm trying to make a point here, and
know.
the point
Okay.
it might sound crazy, but the point is this: is that you are getting one storyline with all of this stuff. You have to look outside of it, and then look for. You have to challenge your mind and even look at things that you don't agree with. Because if I'm a Republican and I vote for George Bush, and I hear that he's part to do with the JFK assassination, all of a sudden I'm like, well, why would I vote for that guy? So I have to
I love this
challenge my.
conversation. Hey, let me ask you a question, man. Since you're challenging yourself, what's the difference between a primary, secondary, and a tertiary source?
Well, I don't know. I mean, what? So you're gonna say like ABC News is like primary because what, they witnessed it? They probably have journalists that they're paying on a contract like the Wall Street Journal.
Okay.
They have journalists
So-
on contract.
You have
That
to
surprises no
know
one.
how to look things up if you're going to look outside the box, outside of what ABC News and CBS and Fox
Do you
News
think
know.
you
have
okay,
to
so you
know.
don't-
You have to know. Hey, bud, you have to know what a primary source is. You have to be able to distinguish when you're reading a secondary source if it's a good secondary source, because they will always link you or show you where the primary. These are how you actually look into things. So.
Well, I'll
Like,
tell you
reading
this.
three different sources isn't going to tell you shit. You have to read the primary source. Find out.
Well,
what's going on.
that's what they were saying during the whole coronavirus with all of the, they say, well, you can't use hydroxychloroquine, you can't use ivermectin. All they do is they change how this information comes out. Now, if you're reading like microfiche in the library,
That's just conspiracy now, man.
no,
They're not
that's
changing
it.
anything
Everybody's
to fit
that's the way to dismiss anything that has validity. There was like 200 doctors that were censored that said that there was problems with the COVID vax.
Okay.
Did you remember
We're not
hearing about
talking
that?
about that. We're not talking about that.
But I'm saying
We
that
can't-
if
we
you're
can't
talking
talk
about
about that on
primary
YouTube.
source, my point is just that if you're looking at the internet and you're just searching for a primary source, you're going to be going around in circles.
What?
I don't know what to say from here, man. Like you.
I don't
Well,
know
I
what's
think
going on, to be honest with you.
You're dismissing my opinions because you think, or you're surmising that I'm just reading some crazy books.
You are. I'm sorry, you are. You're doing QAnon stuff.
I mean, yeah, I'm not really sure what to tell you here. Because it's a little...
I think we're believing too much of just the mainstream narrative here, and I think across the board, that's a dangerous thing because you're not challenging anything that's told to you because it doesn't check out as a primary source.
Somebody else feel
You haven't even
gaslit
told
right
me
now?
what a
How did
primary
we
source
get
is.
here?
Because he's literally talking about we don't do our research, we don't know how to look into things, and I asked him what the primary source is, and he's still, that was 3 minutes ago. I still haven't had an answer to what a primary source is. You just
Okay,
told me.
well, I'll go. A primary
I can't
source
trust
would
primary sources.
Well, okay, so I would go to this. I would go with the Supreme Court ruling on a case.
Okay. Yeah,
Well,
100%.
that would be a
That's a
primary
primary
source.
source. 100%. That's a primary source. Why can't you trust that?
I can trust it.
Okay. Then what are we talking about here? Then?
Okay.
Well, I would say that if we're looking at the Dred Scott or the Plessy versus Ferguson cases in the late 1800s.
Oh, okay.
What about those cases?
So Dred Scott was basically the Runaway Slave Act. What happened preceding the Civil
We're aware
War.
of what happened. We're aware of what happened. What about it?
I'm so confused. Can someone tell me what's going on really quick before we go any further? I have
don't
no
know,
idea
man.
what this
We're jumping
conversation
around.
is about. I don't know why we're in the 1900s or 1800s now. Can you please hurry it up? Do an audible
We're
here
jumping
and
around like crazy.
speed it up. I don't know why we're here. Brandon, appreciate the 20 gifted over on YouTube. Brandon, appreciated. Thank you. Can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat for Brandon and Corey, both with 20 each? Can we get some dubs for them? We are having a subathon, so if you guys want to support, feel free to sub to one of the platforms. Okay, why are we in the 1800s?
I don't know.
We're talking. Okay, so I thought we were talking about primary sources here, and then I mentioned that I get it from Supreme Court cases. Okay. So the reason why I brought up those two cases is those were very progressive cases. They were on the cutting edge of what currently the people were thinking.
Did you just
the Dred Scott case was not on the cutting edge of what people were thinking.
Literally made black people property. I don't know how you consider that.
Yeah, the Dred Scott decision. The Dred Scott decision was literally ignored. It was literally ignored by lawyers on both sides.
No,
it didn't
passed.
pass. It went through the Supreme Court. It's not a pass. It's not an act. The Supreme Court decided it, and it was an awful decision.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. So why was that decision made? It's totally immoral, right?
I'm gonna ask this.
I'm bored. I'm bored.
What the
so
fuck are you talking about?
I'll change the subject, but I'm just trying to go
back. I don't know why we're
back
talking about this.
you've changed the subject 30 times, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know why we're here right now. I don't understand what's happening.
I didn't come on here to start a fight. I actually was just commenting, and I got pulled.
I just don't understand what your point is. You're talking about primary sources. I don't even know where we began this conversation at.
Well,
be
I was
honest with
defending
you.
myself. No, because you're challenging me that I brought up a Wall Street Journal article, which was written in today's paper, and it talks
Right,
about
Hey man, what's
okay,
fascism? Sorry, Tommy. I'm just trying to progress the
Yeah, okay.
conversation.
It's fine.
But the fascist part, so you're trying to sue the administration because they previously destroyed what it is now that they want to replace. That can't be fascism. That's fascism in the reverse. It's like revolutionary.
It's reversed that they're suing. Hold on, it's reversed that there's. It's reversed. It's reverse fascism. What? They're suing the federal government over funds that they legally have access to via legislation.
What bill was that in?
So it would have been in a funding bill, which is why they would be suing
It was in
over
the
it.
infrastructure bill.
The infrastructure bill?
I don't know which bill specifically.
Well, that was an omnibus
I
bill.
don't
So
know.
was all the.
But you're talking about. I don't know what
Okay,
you're talking
what does
about.
that have
Honestly,
to do? I don't
You're
know what that
talking-
has to
you were
do.
talking about-
They're suing over money that's owed to them. I don't.
No, it's the title that you have. You said MAGA is a fascist movement. I'm saying here, this is my thesis, that MAGA is not the fascists. It's the revolutionaries are posing as revolutionaries by way of Antifa.
Okay.
However, they are the fascists.
Okay, let's
And
stop
so
this
I'm-
really quick. So Donald Trump illegally and unconstitutionally cuts fundings for a program that was already signed into law. He illegally and unconstitutionally stopped that funding. They sued him over violating the Constitution. And you're saying it's the Democrats that are the fascists.
Well, yeah, the Biden administration fired all these pilots, and now we got planes crashing. You think that that's not
Illegally
fascist?
fired pilots. What are you talking about?
Come on, man! It's in the news. You don't know? You don't think that we have a shortage of air traffic controllers due to Biden's firing of people not taking the COVID?
Air traffic controllers
No,
are not pilots. No. Well, no, they're aging out.
Not only are they aging out, Donald Trump's attacking them and calling them DEI hires.
Well, they lowered the standards.
Yeah, see,
No, they didn't.
To get racist.
No, they didn't. The
No,
standards go up
those
every
standards,
single
bro.
year.
The dog whistle.
So,
right, so
you're,
I'm
you're,
gonna-
you're
It is
saying
funny
that
though. You're
D-
saying they're
that-
lowering the standards. Trump's trying to bring back people that have already aged out. He's trying to bring back elderly people to come work air traffic control. Brandon, again, appreciate the 20. Thank you. And James, appreciate the 10 over on YouTube. Can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat for them? James and Brandon, appreciate it. Thank you, guys. We are in the middle of the subathon. Would appreciate if you want to support up in here, either subbing or corgis, because we're trying to get this out on the For You page where we can get some debates. So that'd be cool. Where did they lose? I don't know. When did he lower the standards for, or when did he get rid of fire pilots or fire air traffic control? When did that happen? Do you know?
I don't know. It was like 2021. There was a lot of people that were losing their jobs after they mandated vaccination.
Oh my God, that's so terrible. So people chose to quit. I don't know how that's Biden's fault.
Well, how are they going to put the people back that they lost? So they had to lower the standards. Is my point.
No, they didn't.
That wasn't your point. That wasn't your point.
Not at all.
And by the way, like you keep wanting to say we're a fascist. Like I'm not a Democrat, and I'm not going to stick up for them. I don't like I think the whole American government at this point is a fascistic government. But there are certain aspects of fascism that you can attribute only to the Republican Party. That's my concern.
Well, the biggest problem with fascism is the banks, and I can tell you right now that I'm not for them. But when you say MAGA is fascist, you're missing the key. The key element is a conspiracy through banking.
Oh, wait, hold on.
What?
What are your thoughts on the World Economic Forum, the WEF?
I don't like it. It has nothing to do with the United States.
Mm.
Do you think it's relevant? I mean, that's an outside. They're not voted in.
What do the banks have to do with it?
Okay, so Jamie Dimon is the head of J.P. Morgan. Was he at the World Economic Forum in Davos this year?
Chi, appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it, Chi, for the sub over there. Was he at the World Economic Forum?
Well,
probably. Why does this matter?
Oh, I thought Paige asked me that.
Yeah, I asked him because I'm trying to do the anti-Semitism litmus test.
Oh, okay.
Pushing him.
Because when you start
What are the
talking about
banks?
banking, yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope there. Really is. So what
So the
about
banks-
banking is hurting America?
I'll tell you why it's hurting America is because you keep getting these flip-flop changes about we're going to go and reduce interest rates. No, we're not. We're not. That is very damaging when you have that as the prime rate. People can't sell houses. People can't hang on to their cars. So those people are not elected. They should have no say in what the interest rates are. But they are.
Talking about the Fed?
Yes.
Yeah, he's talking about the Fed.
Yeah, the
So
Fed
this is
lowers
where-
interest rates. So the Fed has been lowering interest rates based off of economic growth indicators. So they've been slowly lowering it to speed up the economy because they raised it to slow the economy down. And so they started lowering it to speed the economy up because it was stalling out.
Okay, in theory, that sounds great. But that's not what happens. On Wednesdays when the Fed releases all
We
of their
wear
information,
pink?
the stock markets. I'm sorry, what?
That was a good joke. I said on Wednesdays. You said on Wednesdays. I said we wear pink. Sorry. Never mind. Go ahead.
I'm sure he has a conspiracy theory about the color pink. Don't egg him on.
Sorry. It's from a movie. The guys in here are like, what the fuck is he talking about?
I got it. He's
Sorry.
he's
Go
good.
ahead.
So I think what happens is everybody anticipates that these blue chip stocks are going to do good, and then they don't on Wednesday, and it gets everybody all upset. It deflects against the problem, which is really at hand, and that is the interest rates. That's why the housing industry is bad. That's why repossessions are up.
Yes, so this is a thing that Trump has attempted to say on numerous different occasions. The reason that the interest rate is not going down as fast as he would like is really because of the economic things that he has done, in which it makes it very difficult. We do not want the interest rate to go down right now. If the interest rate goes down right now, we get worse inflation. We could run into stagflation, which is just a doom loop. It's an economic doom loop. And we never get out of it, or it would be very difficult for us to get out of it. So lowering the interest rate would be detrimental for the economy.
That's
not
conjecture.
Even a questionable thing.
Well,
That's not conjecture. We already know what's going to happen. That's not conjecture. We already know what's going to happen. We know what happens when the interest rate goes down.
Well,
this is not
economists
conjecture.
are split.
How bad it's going to get, if I were to say we will have stagflation, we will go into economic chaos and turmoil because of it, that would be conjecture. Because how bad would the inflation be? I don't know yet. What effects would it have on the economy? Ultimately, I don't know yet. None of which is going to be good.
Well, I think economists are split on this. I mean, you might get that opinion from Noam Chomsky, but you're not going to get that from basically.
He's not an economist, but you don't. No, the economists are pretty sold on this. Tariffs are going to be real bad. real bad. The whole point of lowering the interest rate was to speed up the economy. Because this is what happened. This is what everybody fails to understand. Okay, we gave out a bunch of money through COVID, of which we knew was probably going to be inflationary. We also knew that there was going to be inflation due to energy because of the lack of production. There was going to be inflation due to restarting of enterprise. There was going to be inflation due to having to make back profits or make back losses from previous years. We knew that things were going to go up, right? But we also have COVID. So when the economy stalled, what the Fed did was pump out a shit ton of money. Okay, it was the government, but the Fed bought up bonds. The government issued out debt, and they basically said, we're not letting it collapse, spend money, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We lowered the interest rate to zero and allowed for everybody to borrow money, everybody to have a great grand time during 2020, 2021, where the economic hardship was relatively eased. And then we started having a problem, right? We started experiencing inflation, which we knew was going to happen because there was so much more money in the economy and also all the other factors I just said. We started to experience inflation, and we knew that we were going to have to raise up the interest rate to slow the economy down, because it's just superheating. If you can borrow money really cheap, they're going to do it. If you can issue out stocks options really cheap and make a ton of money, or issue out stocks onto the market and make a ton of money doing it, you're going to do it. So everybody had a ton of money during that time. And they were like, we have to slow the economy down. So they went from a zero and they started raising it up to slow the economy down until we got to about 6.5%, right? And that way you avoid inflation, or at least a huge portion of it. And you slow the economy down, you slow growth down, you bring growth down to a manageable level. And that's what we did. And we were in the process of doing what's called a soft landing, which was lowering the interest rate, because through 2024, the economy really started to stall out. And so the idea was to lower interest rates back to the normal level, which would have been about 3, we usually it's around 2 to 4, but usually right around 3, but lower it back to there so that we could boost the economy back up and have a soft landing. Trump wants to just lower that while putting in tariffs, which are inflationary. And if we lower the interest rates and make money easier to buy while we have inflation on tariffs and inflation from enterprise shutting down because Trump is fucking with the economy, you're going to make you're either going to create stagflation or make inflation absolutely unbearable. So lowering the interest rate at the rate he wants to do is just going to set us up for fucking disaster in 4 years. Before, it'll be a year and a half. 2 years, we'll start experiencing inflation and just fucking disaster.
Okay, but that's okay. We're just talking about if that's the case, and say I agree with you, that would mean that solely American expenditures would be affected by this policy. But we have an international problem with the previous administration starting wars and funding using howitzers and F-14s, 16s, missiles, and sending them overseas where there was a lot of corruption. That's money that was printed. That has something to do with the inflation.
No, that money wasn't printed. And it wouldn't cause inflation even if it was just cash. It's moving money out of the United States. It's moving money out of a market. It's making less dollars available. But $100 billion is not going to spark inflation.
But so this is how China
can control dollars to spark inflation.
Well, see, you're not going to believe this when I say this, but this is how the Chinese can control the United States economy, because when they hoard cash and they dump it on the market, that creates inflation. That puts the United States in a very difficult position to negotiate.
What?
Do you not believe this stuff is true? I mean, I'm not talking on a high level here.
They didn't.
We know you're not talking on a high level.
They didn't dump money into the economy. Only until the only thing that happened in terms of fucking with the dollar was when countries started de-dollarization because of Trump's tariff policies. They weren't doing that prior. So I don't understand what you mean. China manipulates their own currency.
No, okay, so Trump knows that China has cash, United States cash. They're holding it. The way to nullify that from them taking it, dumping it on the market, is to hold them accountable with their
You can't
market
just dump
suffering,
it
and that's
on the market.
So what's happening is that they can't ship their product here because there's a fear of prices going up, which they haven't yet. It's all speculative. But they believe that the prices will go up, people stop spending on Amazon, stop buying Chinese goods. What that does is that nullifies them dropping hordes of US dollars on the market and creating more inflation.
When did they drop dollars onto the market?
No, they didn't. They have it. This is why if you see all these American businessmen walking around Beijing that they don't speak any Chinese, because there's all the businesses over there.
Just want to hold on one second. A little pause.
What the fuck is
Just want to let everyone know, if there are 30 people with $1, the cake pot is open.
We actually have 20 from Tia, so we only need 10.
We just need 10 people with $1.
Yeah, Tia, appreciate it, by the way. Thank you. They tipped and I didn't come around to thanking them, but okay, listen. I don't know what to tell you here because the stuff you're saying is just not rooted in reality. So I don't even really know where to begin. China is not dumping money. I mean, they might have when Trump tried the tariff shit, but I don't know. I don't know that they hold that much debt. I know it was Japan and other people that were releasing the dollar and stuff. But none of this has to do with Biden.
This is all the lead up. In 1972, there was something called the Trilateral Commission, and Jimmy Carter was part of it. Now, he got elected president.
What is this?
And he created all of this inflation. What happened is that China was able to get into the trade, but it wasn't until Bill Clinton in 1996 that he allowed them to fund his campaign, and in return, what he did is allowed them on the United States stock market. Now, this is factual.
All right. Brandon, appreciate it. Thank you for the 10. Can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat for Brandon and for Tia for the kick pool? Thank you, guys. Dubs and drumsticks in the chat for them. Brooke, appreciate it. I got you a dollar. Brandon, thank you. Appreciate the 10. I am irritated. I'm going to be so real. I don't really remember what the causes of inflation with Jimmy Carter were. I do, however, remember that a lot of it was not his fault. It was unforeseen. It was mostly they just kind of ignored it, and then it just came out of nowhere.
Okay.
So I don't
really remember. He had like honestly. Oil issues. There was a gas problem, and then there was the kidnapping. Did that have any effect on the market? What was that? The airline kidnapping.
Market. I know it was energy skyrocketed, and there was also some international issues, but I don't really remember. I haven't studied it to that degree. Props, appreciate the 20. Thank you. Can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat for Props? Wait.
Daddy, chill.
There we go. Props, appreciate it. Thank you for the 20. Can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat on all of the chats over here? If you guys want to support, we are having a subathon. If you guys want to sub, would appreciate it. It does help out the channel. We are not paid by Soros, and this is completely independently funded. So, if you want to support, sub to any one of the platforms. Would appreciate it. If you're debating, go ahead and hop on in the box. By the way, I am going to take at least Memorial Day off. I'm really tired. I don't know why. I'm tired like that, but I'm going to take at least Memorial Day off. I'm going to let Rory in, and then I'll let Counselor in a second. Just give me a second. Rory, what's up?
Nigger faggot, nigger faggot, nigger faggot, nigger faggot, nigger faggot, nigger faggot, nigger. Nigger, 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 nigger.
Oh, sorry, I was muted.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and find him. I'm gonna have to reset here in a second.
Yeah, for sure.
Unfortunately. All right. I don't know if this is a fake account or not. No, you're fucking dumb. There's no fake account.
That's wild. Full name,
7.
full address, full email address. Damn, Roy. You want to timestamp this?
Account ran. No, go click on the main thing. It says account ran by parents. Email
Oh.
4boysandaford@gmail.com. That's crazy. We got a phone number for his parents. There's his buddy, Mason. What an idiot. That's crazy. He included his holes as main Rory West, Jacob Michael. That's insane. Alright, well, I guess I'll make a video. Well, that's unfortunate for you, Rory. What an idiot. His brother Braden. I'm looking for his parent. I guess I could just make a video about it. I don't gotta do all that much. If you guys want to double tap the screen, comment, interact, help get some people in here, I'm gonna probably have to reset. Props, appreciated, thank you. I mean, all of his information is there. It literally links us to an account ran by his parents. That's crazy. I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to reset because of the fucking thing. And when we come back, everybody just rejoin. I'll be back in about 30 seconds. Just bombard the shit out of the comment section. Interact. Help get some people in here. I'm going to reset over on TikTok, and we will be right back. Paige, see you in a minute. And make sure you guys are following. I'll give you a second to follow, and I'm going to reset. When we come back in, blow it back up. There's 700 people in here, so make sure you all get back in here. We're going to blow it up. I'll see you in a second. Just clearing the cache over here. I'm going to reset. He put all of his fucking information in the thing. Literally all of his information. His name, full name, his brother's names, his parents' names. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. Oh, stone. Before the moon burn through. Yeah, you only have to worry about rejoining. They only have to worry about rejoining. You guys stay here. I wish that they set it up so that I could raid an account and then go live on that. Like, I wish we could raid, because then I would raid an account and go live on that account. I want to dox him. I'll call his parents. Yeah, I'll call his parents. I've done that before. I mean, it's not my fault. I just read out what was in the thing. He put it in there. He put it in there. So... Anyways, if you guys want to go ahead and double tap the screen, comment, interact, help get some people in here, let's bombard the shit out of the comment section. Hit that like button, get some people in here. I think Jaden might join us after. We'll see. Not sure, but if you guys want to support, make sure you're subbing. We're having a whole ass subathon, and if you sub, you get one of these.
Daddy, chill.
So if you guys want to support, Please sub. We have a sub goal over here. Would appreciate it. Sub goal on TikTok. Is there a way to set up a sub goal? Is there no way to set up a sub goal, Corey, on YouTube? That'd be nice. Oh, it's got to be an overlay. Okay, well, I don't have an overlay, so. No sub, but I set a Venmo. Nice, I will check. Let me check. Hey, Chrissy. Chrissy, appreciate the 10. Thank you, Chrissy. Can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat for Chrissy? Appreciate it. Thank you.
Chill.
Appreciate it, Chrissy. As always, thank you guys. Popping off. Getting some debates. Oh, man. I'm going to join in on my main here again. Hello. Can you introduce yourself? I'm new and came here from Japan. My name is Tommy. I stream daily on either this account or the other account I joined in on, the main one, but I'm not really doing on that, so... if you guys get confused about where I am and where I'm debating at, please go to the broadcast channel, which is over on Instagram. You guys can follow there. You guys can follow there and get updates about where I'm at. They said they came from Jaden?
Yeah, they followed Jaden.
Oh, I'm here from... Why did I read Japan? I'm here from Japan. I was like, oh, okay. Jaden just...
It's important to note also, Talk, that he is 5'8". He likes to say he's 6'.
I am not 5'8". Not 5'8", Paige. That's all right. You can call me 5'8". I don't really care. I don't really care. People ask me that all the time. Are you really? No, yeah. It's weird. I don't think about it until I'm hitting my head on shit. Anyways, if you're debating, go ahead and hop on in the box. See if we can get some debates up in here. If you guys want to do me a solid and double tap the screen, comment, interact, help get some people in here, would appreciate it. That would be cool. What's going to be done about Rory? I don't know. Probably call his parents. Send him an email. I don't know. Something like that. Something like that. Where's Josh? Is Josh coming back? Anyways, if you guys are debating, go ahead and hop on in the box, but double tap that screen. If you guys want to support, sub, corgis, list goes on. I haven't seen Jaden in a bit. Has he been working a lot? He's been traveling, and he's been working a decent amount. So, I don't know. We're just... It was difficult because my schedule was messed up, and then his schedule's been messed up. So, at some point, we're going to reconverge. We'll get there. We'll get there, though. But yeah, if you guys want to double tap the screen, help get some people in here, would appreciate it. Paige is probably going to check out that comment.
Yeah, you guys are so weird.
Call his parents. Yeah.
I have a private account just because of people like you.
Yeah. Weird people. Yeah. That's why. Anyway. How tall are you? I feel like you're asking that just for the memes. Just for the memes. All right.
I got you by about an inch.
That's
Are
true.
you sporting 5'9", counselor?
We are the weird ones.
Yeah, I'm about 5'9".
Okay.
Yeah. Anti-American Democrats hate themselves. That's crazy. Yeah, probably. That's probably true. But, you know, at least we're realist about it. You guys are all like, we're mediocre and love ourselves. You know? Patty, what's up?
Y'all just hating on yourselves. Just hating on yourselves. Just a bunch of
hating? Sure
haters.
thing.
Anti-American haters. Y'all, you know what really gets me?
Wait,
is,
how are we anti-American? Wait. How are we anti-American?
Because Well, all right, then let me. You guys are really good at asking questions, but you never want to hear the answers. Everything that has to
Well, I'm just
do
asking
with
you, how do we hate
America
America?
first. Everything that has to do with
How
America
is
first, y'all are like, well, I can't.
what is America first? Well, because it's not putting America first.
And do you want to know? And do you
Can you
want to know?
stop just reenacting this sound?
Kamala ran for president and said that she wanted to
Okay, can you
do
stop?
away with
Can you
taxes
stop?
on
Can you
tips,
stop
taxes
embarrassing
on
yourself?
tips. And then you know that not
Can you
one
stop
Democrat
embarrassing
voted
yourself?
for that. Is that
Patty,
hypocritical?
Patty, pump the brakes.
Hypocritical, y'all.
I don't know what
Y'all
you're
just
talking
hating
about.
on
Can
everything.
you,
All right, y'all have a good day.
Patty,
Y'all
Patty,
hypocrites. Y'all have a good.
shut up. Stop
Oh,
talking. She's gonna come in and run. What weak shit is that? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy weak crash out. Just bizarro crash out.
y'all.
And the chewing the gum into the mic is just
She just
quintessential.
Just shows
fucking
class.
crashes out and leaves. Why do they always crash out like that? Why do they always crash out like that? Always.
That's all they got to say.
Go away, Patty.
They
No
refuse.
substance.
They refuse to address anything. Just crash out and leave. America first. How's like turning all of our allies away? America first. I tell you this, guy. I tell you this. Republicans fucking hate America. They fucking hate it. They hate everything that they do. Fucking disgraces it and pisses on it and the idea of it. They fucking hate America. They hate everything about it. They hate everyone that's in it. They hate all of the fucking people in it. They hate all the fucking groups that aren't them. They hate fucking literally everything. Never seen
They
such
hate
a
the
group of fucking
Constitution.
haters. I mean, they are just a group of haters. Like, they're like, well, you guys are un-American. Why? Because we want universal health care? Because we want fucking kids to be able to go to daycare and their parents to be able to go to work? Because we want them to have free school lunches? Because we want people to be able to, like, you know, get an education and be productive for society? Because we want to, like, lower the amount of fucking accumulation of wealth for the billionaires and ensure people have a good standard of life because we want to fix the infrastructure? What's the shit they want to fix? Oh, the fucking migrants are here. Who the fuck cares?
The Gulf of America.
This is the shit that they're concerned about. It's just fucking not. They fucking hate America. They literally, it's like this. It's like every day I wake up, we all wake up in a house that literally has fucking holes in it. And we have a roommate that we're like, hey, we want to fix this because this is leaking in the house and it's destroying the home. And they're like, if you don't like it, leave. It's just a weird concept. They have no want to fix America or the problems. They're just like, yeah, the fucking immigrants are the problems. Like, they're fucking accumulating the wealth and they're stealing our jobs. No, they're not stealing our jobs. Fucking corporations are giving that shit away to AI and automation like it's fucking candy. And they're gonna keep doing that. You wonder where your fucking jobs go? It's because of a fucking billionaire decided that you were better off written as a fucking computer script than being paid to support your fucking life. And if for a second you think I'm wrong, just please show me an article where it says, oh, migrant cuts X amount of jobs. You've never seen that before. I've never heard of a migrant laying people off before, so I don't want to fucking hear about how they're destroying America. And the moment you can show me that, where it's like migrants are laying off Americans en masse, then we'll have a fucking conversation, okay? Fucking, some guy out there just fucking picking apples, fucking working on a fucking, building a shed or a deck somewhere, and these fucking guys are like, that guy's the fucking problem. You know what I mean? And it's these same fucking people that hire migrants. It's the same fucking people that hire migrants. They're fucking liars if they don't. They hire migrants all the time because they're cheaper labor, and that's just a fucking fact. Period. They're fucking full of it. Oh, we're out here. We want to support American. They don't fucking want to support American. They want to fucking hate brown people. That's the whole fucking point. If you're debating, hop on in the box. If you're not, please hop out. Basically,
There was a funny line on Saturday Night Live. Line on Saturday Night Live last week. They said they figured out what the tattoos mean, and how to send people away, and that's if they're brown skinned. That's how you can tell whether the tattoos are gang related. If they're on brown skin. Sorry, went roundabout on that one. Sorry.
No, that's all right. That is basically it. If you're opposition, hop in the box. If you're not, please hop out. Migrants are the leading cause of F in this country. That's not true. Over 86% of people intercepted at the border and arrested with
What's up, guys?
drugs are in fact American or U.S. citizens. What's up, Austin?
What's up? All right, so I'm going to tell you my age and who I voted for. Obviously, I'm 34 and I voted for Trump. But what you just said, you laid out all these things that you think would make this country so much better. Free health care, all this stuff. And you say that's anti-American of us not to want that.
Yes.
What you just laid out is socialism. Socialism, not capitalism.
Yeah.
You laid out socialism.
Yes.
This country's founded on capitalism.
I don't care. Isn't that
Everything
funny?
you said is
I don't care.
anti-American.
Everything I said is
Everything you said
anti-American.
is
How is it
anti-American.
anti-American? How is it anti-American to want to help Americans?
It's anti-American.
Really
to
quick,
want
who does your policies?
socialism.
Hold on. What policies do who do your policies help? Name a policy and who it helps, please.
What policy do you want me to name?
Name a policy, any policy. Literally any policy. Can you
Capitalism.
give me any
This is the
policy that
country of
hold on a second.
America. This is-
Can you give me
this is the
any
country of
policy
American
really
dream.
quick? A simple question. Can you give me any policy you support that helps people?
Any policy that I support that helps people. Well,
Yeah.
I support getting big government out of everything.
I-
Because
and
as
how
soon
does that
as the
help
government
people?
gets
That just makes
involved-
corporations
as soon
richer.
as the government gets involved,
That makes
everything goes to crap.
I don't know what you mean everything goes
It's
to
been-
crap. What do you mean
I
everything
mean?
goes to
Look at our
crap?
health. You complain about our healthcare system in this country. When did our healthcare system start going to shit?
Literally
When the government got involved.
no, it's been shit
Yes.
forever. It has been shit
No.
forever.
No.
Yes, the healthcare
Back in
system
the
has
day-
been not back in the day. The healthcare system has been bad forever.
Back in the day when you could go into these places and negotiate your
Okay,
bills.
Austin, I got a question. There's about 48 countries with universal health care across the globe. If our system's so fucking great, right? That's all government
So
systems.
most of
Hold on a
them.
second, Austin. That's all Austin.
Everything you listed off, all these countries.
Stop
Austin, are
talking.
you here? Hold on, Austin, are you here to have a conversation or just rant like some crazy man?
You
at
went
the
on a
club?
rant and it set me off.
Austin,
I'm sorry. I
hold
will
on,
calm
Austin,
down. But he
Austin,
was going on a
Austin,
rant talking about how American.
Austin, I want to hear your opinion, but it's very difficult. So just, he's the host. Let the host talk, and then you'll be given the space to speak. Same with Counselor, same with myself. Okay?
All right.
Can we just
I'm
agree on
sorry.
that? All right, thanks.
Cool. There is 48 countries across the globe that have universal health care. Can you name a single one that's trying to make a move to the United States system?
What's okay? Can I ask you something?
No.
If there's 48
No, you
other
can't. No,
countries,
you
why
can't.
won't
You can
pick
answer
one
me
of
that question. No,
Name
you can't
one of
ask me another question. You can answer my question.
There probably isn't another one. But let me ask you this. hang
Okay,
on.
so why
Where
might
do
that
all
be?
these- hang on. When people from these countries need real, true medical help, what country do they come to?
I don't know what they stay in their own
come to
country.
America.
No, they
Germany
come to
comes
no,
to
no,
America.
no, they don't. They come to
Yes,
America to
they
steal.
do.
No, they don't.
We have
No, they do
we
not.
have more
No, they
foreign
don't.
people come-
I don't give
Oh,
a
we
shit.
have-
I don't care. I don't care. Listen,
have
I don't.
more
Stop. I don't care that people are coming here to steal the service of Americans because we have a pay-to-play system. Period. You saying that people come here, excuse me, you saying that people come here, you're about to go, man. You saying that people come here because we have the best system is not true. People come here so they can circumvent their own system because they have money. That's why. Because instead of waiting, hold on a second, instead of waiting for 9 months for a fucking hip replacement, they come to America where they can get it done in 2 months. And by the way, you're saying this, I don't know what the
But
fuck
those
you're
systems
laughing
are so
about.
great.
Stop talking.
Those systems are
Stop
so great. You have to wait
talking.
9 months?
Shut the fuck up. That's your last warning. Shut up. Shut up.
No.
The
Austin, we had an
system, what you're
agreement.
missing, Austin, is you're applying that, well, people come here because it's great. No, people die here because it's bad. 45,000 people a year die due to lack of health care in the United States. 45,000 people. More people go untreated. So you saying, wow, people come here, must be a really great system, ignoring that we sell off our own fucking citizens' health to other people that come here to pay for it.
Can I talk for a second?
That's fucking anti-American.
Can I talk for a second?
That's anti-American. No, you can address
Can
what I
I
said.
talk?
Can you address what I just fucking said?
Yeah, what I will address is you literally are talking about how this is such a great system, or it's such a horrible system, and all these other countries have such great systems.
All right, next. I mean, if you're not even gonna fucking listen to what I just fucking said, I don't even want to talk to you. If you're debating, hop in the box. I'm gonna clear the request really quick. If you are opposition, hop in the box. Would appreciate it. I don't. I literally addressed on the fucking dot. Please don't join in for a second. I'm gonna clear the box. Okay, go ahead and request. Thank you. I literally addressed what he just fucking asked in a fucking statement, and he didn't fucking acknowledge it at all. He wasn't fucking listening at all. Well, people, why do they come here if it's such a great system? Because they take our fucking our service that should be going to the U.S. citizen and sell it to a highest bidder. That's fucking anti-American. God, socialism so bad. It's socialism. I don't give a fuck what you call it.
Yeah,
The fuck?
so two things on that, Austin. I see you're still here. First off, I would argue that we were founded on mercantilism, and yes, in merging into capitalism by 1776, for sure. But yeah, you're wrong, bro.
They always have anecdotal evidence of all the, oh, yeah, one guy came here, got a hip replacement or whatever. They never have any solid, like, facts about what we could do with our healthcare system or how we could improve it. It's always some, one guy got his hip replacement and that proves we're better.
By the way,
Yeah, and he's acting like we don't already have social assistance programs.
Yeah. I want to, Corey, I appreciate it. Thank you for the 5, Corey, over on YouTube. So the military and its socialized healthcare and free college is bad. Corey, appreciate it. Thank you. Could we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat for Corey? Appreciate it. Like, most of the best systems in America, most of the best things in America come from socialism. I don't know why, what they're not understanding about this. The military, infrastructure at large, by the way. And I just want to point out, I put out, so back in the day, many years ago, I worked on fiber optics as it was starting to go up so they could put in 5G poles. And, it's funny to me because the U.S. government literally gave hundreds of billions of dollars in investment to get fiber optics and 5G off the ground. Literally gave like hundreds of billions of dollars in this project. And I don't see a single fucking Republican, nor have I ever seen a single fucking Republican raise a red flag about how that's bad. Not one. Not one. Hundreds of billions of dollars. And we do it all the time. We do it with infrastructure projects. We do it with, but it basically helps corporations. It helps corporations because this is exactly how that grant program worked, by the way. I was contracted to put poles, like telephone poles in the fucking ground, because at that point we didn't really know how 5G was going to work. And so their idea was to put up, I don't know how they do it now, but the idea at the time at least was to put up 5G receivers and transmitters basically every fucking other block. That was what their plan was, because it works on a wide band range, but it's short band length. So it doesn't go very far, but it carries a higher frequency. And so they had to have it really fucking close. I don't know what they do it now, but basically like Crown Castle was contracted to do that. Right? And they would be hired and they would put out money, and then fucking Verizon would put out some, or whoever else, or Crown Castle, if they were going to own the infrastructure, whoever it was. And they would basically take this money and then they would turn around and they would build this fucking project with it. No one complained about that socialism. And this happens all the time, by the way. It's happening with broadband right now. What's funny is Republicans are saying we don't want socialism, and at the same time saying Joe Biden's broadband hasn't reached enough people.
Yeah, like you guys praise Elon Musk, and we sit there and subsidize his projects. You don't have a problem with that. And Austin, I see that you're a photographer. It's funny that you're caping for a party that can't stand the arts.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hate the arts.
Yep. Why is Bert always the one that comes back? Universal healthcare won't create more doctors, nurses, and hospital beds. It's actually not true. I don't know if you know this. Cuba has they have the highest concentrations of doctors in the world, and they actually go on to not only train but to work in South America and in Central America. And they have a really robust program. They have more doctors than us. They have significantly less resources. But doctors in Mexico, by the way, are better than doctors here. just to point that out. And
Yeah.
they're saying we wouldn't have more doctors and hospital beds and whatever. And here's the problem, right? This is where they miss in the system, because the problem is not that we don't have doctors. The problem is that we don't have these institutions, right? Obviously, we would have to create more. Not this saying that's the deal, but the point is we can't have like let's say a person needs to go in for something, right? And they have to go out to a various different one. They have to pick something in network. So it's not like we can create a system where you go on and go, hey, how quick do you need the service? Oh, this quick? Here you go. Type it in. Oh, it's going to be a Zoom call. Oh, you're going to go to a physical location, right? Like, we can't have that set up because there's so many different insurances. Because like this person, you have to deny it, or you have to go to this one. And so it just creates this logistical nightmare where you can go out there and there certainly are doctors that aren't working as much because of the types of insurance, various different times of the day. They're not. So it's not like we don't have the capacity. It's more so like we would have to increase it, but it's more so that like just people are out of network. We can't streamline the system. So it's like, hey, you need to get this checked out. Okay, go into a doctor now, right? We have an opening available at this time across multiple different networks. So
No one's adopting our healthcare system, and we have to buy from Mexico. We have to buy D-rugs from Mexico, from Canada. Be so for real, Austin. Get a clue.
Every doctor I've talked to, I ask them, what do you not like about medicine? And they all say paperwork.
Yeah.
So much paperwork, so many different insurance companies, so many different forms, and they're spending half their time doing paperwork rather than actually practicing medicine.
Something like 20% of all healthcare expenditures in the United States are administrative costs.
Administrative costs. Yeah, absolutely.
At least, yeah. I think I saw that same figure.
Yeah, like 20%. So you can imagine, so just really quick to give you perspective of how much money that is. We spend $4 trillion on healthcare every single year. So 20% would be like $900 billion, $800 billion, something like that. 750.
Yeah, if we had single payer.
Right, it would be a lot of. It's a lot. It's a lot. So if we could get rid of it, we could remove. Like if we got rid of the administrative bullshit. If we actually streamlined the system and got rid of the administrative bullshit and being out of network, not being out of network, and we created even if we just created a fucking singular system for
a more
payment,
universal system.
right? Even a unit like literally like just a system where people could be like, hey, here's your insurance, you can go anywhere, like that would be
Medicare
better
already, right?
Yeah.
We already have the system. We could just adopt it,
really easily, too, really easily. But the West Coast is going universal health care. That's something that we're working. I think so. Here's the thing: California this is a very Washington thing. Washington has a commission that they're putting together. They're operating really fucking slow, basically trying to figure out how they're going to navigate and create a single payer system. California is already going to single payer system with Medi-Cal. Oregon is waiting as well. I think they have a commission. Probably Colorado. But they're trying to figure out how they could create a public option, how they can create universal health care so that everybody has health care. We know that it's going to save money in our state. But they're kind of waiting to see how Medi-Cal works out. And then they're going to probably adopt that system. Like, that's what Washington likes to do, is they like to wait until another state has done it and see the flaws and then do it. Which,
that's smart.
Right. Which, is annoying.
Don't reinvent the wheel.
Right, but they don't. It's not like they have the resources to do it like California does, anyway. So, but anyway, we have a debate. Beowulf, are you debating? I don't know if they're debating.
I can't see in the guest box, Tommy.
Oh, maybe they're not joining. Biden harassed citizens on Facebook. Trump is arresting people for disagreeing with him.
Facebook.
Biden, he went on his White House account and he went on Facebook and he started trash talking. He started making fun of them. And my best friend Sally, she got roasted by Joe Biden White House account. It's just a fake ass account. Just a fake ass White House account, just trolling her. I bet we could get them to believe that. Just make a fake fucking White House account. They'd be like, oh my god. Hold on, sorry.
No doubt about it.
Hold on. We got a debate in here. Hold on, sorry. Do 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 do.
Hey, I wanted to tell you a tariff story, if you don't mind. We have a minute.
Yeah, go for it.
So one of my clients called me this morning. He imports bird mitigation stuff like fake owls and plastic cats and stuff like that. So he calls me, says, "Oh my God, I did my order 2 days late. These things sell for like $10. You know, he buys them for 5, sells them for 10. Each one of them got a tariff of $17.50 on each item.
He buys for 5, sells for 10. He got a tariff of $17.
Yep. You know, 140 some, 150%, something like that. He's like, I can't pass that off, all of it. So he thinks he can pass off maybe $3, $4. So he's going to be eating it on this load. That's just how crazy this crap is. I mean, this is a nothing product, you know, that helps like golf courses keep birds off the, you know, greens and stuff.
But can't he write some of that off on taxes?
Yeah, you can write a portion of
Probably
it. But
can, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not a 1-to-1.
Yeah.
So you're not, you know, if you pay $10, you'll get back whatever the tax equivalent of that would have been on the $10. It's not a 1-to-1 usually. I mean, I could check the thing, but I don't think so.
Gay MAGA, why don't you come up here? Like, you're fighting with everybody in the comments. You can come up here. You're being weird.
Go Trump. All right. If you are opposition, go ahead and hop in the box. There's a whole bunch of people watching and chirping, and none of them are joining, and it's just sad. Just sad. Republicans are big government. Yeah. They really are. What should be my crash out today over? What should I crash out today over? Also, this background double feature here, because if the Trump administration does inevitably come after me, I can be like, see, told you.
Right?
Sitting on TikTok all day is sad, he says in my comment section. He says doom scrolling all day. What's up, dancing?
Oh shit! Sorry, brother. I was just liking.
Oh, no, you're good. All right, I'll let you go then.
Hey, keep cooking these Muppets, man. I love your show.
All right, appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
All right, what do we got to crash out today over? What's going on in the news? Can we get up to 50K likes, by the way? We are having a subathon today, so if you guys want to support, you can sub on any one of the platforms, send corgis. I do think that YouTube has, like, the super gifts are not just... I think that's, like, set up... Are the super stickers or something? There's the super chat. Yeah, it did send this out, but I don't know what the hell the stickers are. I thought there was... Are those, like, gifts or stuff? Huh. TikToks are more interesting, I think. Membership gifting.
I don't know what happened. Hold on.
What happened? What happened? Ice was posted outside of the house that I work at in Massachusetts for disturbing. Yeah. What happened? What did I miss?
Nothing. I'm just checking the news.
Oh. Make America great again? Are we great yet? Because nothing's happened besides the stock market going down. Okay.
When were we great exactly?
Corey, again, appreciated. Thank you. If you guys send over Venmo, Cash App, just give me a second to go in and look. Chrissy, appreciated. Thank you.
I'm not seeing anything we haven't really talked about already. Ooh, 96 degrees. That's hot.
Yeah.
It is hot today.
It looks like Google has to pay the state of Texas, I think it was like almost $2 billion for misusing their data. Oh.
Hey there.
Sam?
How's it going?
What's going on, Sam? Your audio is really hot. I don't know what's going on.
What do you mean it's really hot?
It's really loud.
Do you have a fan on?
Oh yeah, hang on. Let me turn my fan off real quick. Hang on. All right, is that better?
Yeah. I mean, your audio is still really hot, really loud, but that's okay. Just maybe back up a little. What's going on? What's your take?
Well, I think that MAGA isn't fascist.
Why do you think that?
The reason I think that is because he supports the kike Jews and the niggers, which fascists don't.
Can you block him, Paige?
Deport all niggers. Deport all niggers.
You got him? Why do they never ever come in on their actual profile? You know?
Yes.
I've always wondered that. Like, they claim to be the superior race.
Yeah.
And they're always like, we're proud, we're proud, we're proud, we're proud to be, we're so proud, we're proud,
So proud.
we're so proud. Fucking weak. They always come in on fake accounts. Come in on your real shit. Come in on, you know what I mean? Got Dark Mega.
Oh. He's back.
Yo.
Hey.
Are you gonna slur? Because if so, just get it out of
Wait,
your
did he?
system.
No,
I'm not gonna
Dark
slur.
Mega didn't.
It's not a slur.
Okay.
Dude, I've talked with dude before. He knows I'm a civil being.
He's
Anyways,
fine.
I was gonna ask if there is anything that Trump has done that you approve of. One thing, anything.
Yeah. Yeah, there's one thing.
What is it?
In clinics receiving federal money and healthcare facilities receiving federal money, they must have their prices listed, easily accessible, and at ready. They have to list their prices.
How about the reports that he's gonna name and recognize Palestine as a state internationally?
He's not.
He is.
I don't think he is. But even then, it's
I
not
mean,
going to matter.
he also
It's not going to matter. They're going to kick people out regardless.
He also allowed. He made it so that in order to do a deal with Saudi, they don't have to recognize Israel as a state. Saudi is, because as you know, Saudi does not recognize the state of Israel, as do a lot of Muslim countries in that region.
Well,
and Donald Trump said that
kind of.
that's. What do you mean, kind of?
Well, they were in talks to actually reach an agreement between the Saudis and the Israelis until October 7th, about 2 weeks before October 7th.
Right.
They were in talks to have an agreement, and it was going to happen, and Biden wouldn't allow it to happen until they reached an agreement about Palestine, and then the October 7th happened. So
my question is, do you think it's good or do you think it's bad that Trump is not, forcing or not like pressuring other countries to recognize Israel as a state?
do I think it's good that he's not pressuring
Do you think he
them?
should be pressuring Saudi to recognize Israel, or
I don't
do you think it's
really-
fine that Saudi has, as a sovereign state, has their own opinion on the matter?
I think it's fine that they have their own opinion.
Okay, so
Sure, I don't
you would
care.
agree with So you support that? Okay, cool. Do you support him firing Mike Waltz, who went behind his back and was trying to conspire with Netanyahu? Do you support Trump firing Waltz for that?
Do I support him firing Walls? Well, I'm not really actually
Getting rid of Waltz.
sure what the situation behind Walls getting fired was.
The situation was he was basically going behind. Trump has kind of not been very happy with the state of Israel and Netanyahu. He's voiced his displeasures recently, more so. And Mike Waltz kind of, went behind his back and was negotiating and making some,
Yeah, but wasn't he
saying some
part of the
things
signal?
that were
Didn't he- wait,
very
hold on.
pro Israel and like Netanyahu and like
Yeah,
continuing
but
like
didn't
the
he start the
genocide.
signal chat?
What?
Wasn't that Mike Waltz that started the signal chat?
Yeah, I think it was him.
Okay, was he let go after the signal chat or before?
After.
Okay, cool. Do you think that maybe that had something to do with it?
It sure did.
Yeah, cool.
Do you think it was the only thing that had to do with it?
I'm not really sure, but
Yeah. So it was also
hold on,
if you
hold on,
read
hold
up
on,
on it.
Dark, hold on. Can you prove that that is exactly why Trump let him go?
Yeah, here.
Yeah. I'm genuinely asking because I don't know anything about him talking to
Well, I
Netanyahu.
think it's funny that Trump puts in, it's like the Trump creates a problem type situation. Number one, I don't know that he's correct about doing deals with Saudi Arabia if they don't recognize Israel. I couldn't tell you. But I don't think that these are amazing things. So, but by the way, Mike Waltz ended up in a different position. So
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't he give him the ambassador to the United Nations job?
He gave him some
Yeah.
ambassador job. Yeah.
If it's those two and those indiscretions are so large that why would you bother moving him to another department? That's weird. You would just get rid of him.
So Washington Post 8 days ago reported about how Mike Waltz was coordinating with Netanyahu and Great Britain
Right.
to what?
Right. My
coordinated
question
attacks
to
on
you
Iran.
was, is that did Trump come out and say this is the reason why? And by
Trump
the way,
Trump
he
was
wasn't
very
fired,
displeased
he
with
was
that.
moved
Yes, that
into
is
another position.
one of
So
the.
if Trump was really trying to do one for the country, why would he put him in another position? You would just get rid of him.
Yeah, so I don't know too much about that. My only reason is he removed him from his position because
No, you said he fired him.
correct. He did. He fired him from his position and he gave him another position. You understand how that works?
It's a little, yeah, I do understand how that works. I
So-
also understand how being condescending works, and it's not cool. Stop
Yeah.
it.
And when I fired people, usually I fire them. I don't give them another job.
Well, okay. Anyways, he removed him from his position.
Can you?
Even though
is that,
Trump,
is that,
okay,
is
but
that a
Trump
better
said
phrase?
Trump said he picked the best people, right? So he doesn't.
Always.
Did he has to get rid
I'm
of
just
them?
correct. I mean, if someone does something bad, he should get rid of them, right?
Dancing, appreciate for the sub. Thank you. I'm not getting props for picking someone that's fucking stupid and unqualified, then having to move them around because they don't listen.
I mean, Mike Waltz was not stupid or unqualified.
Dark, would you hold that
Sure.
same logic for like the Catholic diocese to remove a kiddly diddler priest and putting him into another diocese?
Yeah, I do have problems with that. As a Catholic, I've
Okay,
been
yeah,
very
cool.
adamant speaking out against all
Okay,
of
so it's not logical for you to
Support.
say like to pat him on the back for removing and then put him into another position.
Okay, well, are you comparing coordinating with another country?
Well, I'm
and
comparing
saving
really terrible
child
behavior. I know.
rape?
I'm
That's
no,
pretty
I'm
disgusting.
not. Yeah,
You are.
well, it's
You're-
because you don't have
directly
critical
compared
thinking
to-
No, the
skills and that
point-
I'm just challenging your logic. But yeah, bad behavior shouldn't be rewarded by
Right,
getting another job
Question.
within
Question.
that company.
Question. What's worse,
How
child
can you
child
question?
rape?
Hold on.
Child
How
rape
can you
or talking
question
with the
me when
country?
you will not give me the space to speak? I notice you stop talking when Tommy's speaking.
Because
But
you're
when I
because
speak,
you're
you have been
comparing
interrupting me every.
apples and oranges.
No, I was challenging your logic. That wasn't a
Right,
comparison.
but your logic isn't valid.
No.
You're no. I'll respond to her.
Speak. Let her
I'll respond
speak.
to her. No, but when she compares child rape to someone acting,
That's not what
Challenge
she's
your logic.
doing.
No, that's
Slash
what she did. She
impunity.
compared child rape to
No, it's
someone.
called no.
to
She
a
didn't
country.
compare anything. It's called an
She
argument
did.
ad reductio. It's called an
She
argument ad
did.
reductio. Can you listen
Right,
for a
right.
second? Can you
So again,
Can you?
no, you can't compare those two things. I'm sorry, unless.
Shut up. Thanks. Good Lord. Listen, she is doing what's called an argument ad reductio. Okay? Reducing an argument to the absurd. She's simply pointing out your logic is stupid. If someone is bad enough to be fired and does, in what Trump is saying, and what you're even saying, is being derelict of duty or outright just ignoring what they're supposed to be doing, you don't reward that person by moving them to a different position.
It's not a
You're
reward.
just enabling. In the same way that you don't just move priests around, you just don't move people around in work that are bad at their job. If you have to get rid of them, you get rid of them. And that's especially true when you're the President of the United States.
And again,
You're saying
Where-
he did this horrible thing. He did the
Where
went
this-
behind his back, and then he gives him another job.
Correct.
What's the logic in that?
Well, I mean, the thing he did was not. I mean, I would say it's bad. I wouldn't say it's like a horrible thing he did. He's like, it's not. You know, he was acting out of coordination with Trump and the other executive directives, and so Trump was like, I can't have this. I need someone who's more in line with my view. I thought Mike Waltz would be. Obviously, he's proven he's not. So I'm going to move him out of this position. He could probably, he's smart, he's intelligent. He could probably do a good job being the UN ambassador. In no way is that a reward that, like, dude wanted to phrase it as. If anything, that's a punishment, first of all. Second of all,
Punishment
again,
keeping your job.
Again, there are many people that, what? Punishment is keeping your job? He did not keep his job. He has a
He kept
different
a
job.
Right, but he is
kept
very
a job,
clearly.
correct. So I have a
What's the
question.
word that
Is
I'm
a
looking for?
demotion a punishment? If you get demoted at work, is
He's
that a
very
punishment?
clearly. Well, what's the term I'm looking for?
No. Is a demotion a
No,
punishment?
what's the term? Like it's not derelict, but it's like when
Yes, I
people
think is
are
the
supposed
term you're
to.
looking for. Yeah. So demotion is a punishment, right? Okay.
No,
Can
it's
you
equal to your
Got it.
can you
performance. If you're
shut
bad
up, bro?
Yeah, you ask a question and then you start saying it. If you have a bad performance review and you're like demoted within the company, you're still rewarded to keep your job. Like, be so for real.
Again, that's not to say that you're being rewarded is just.
Why are you
sure, if
trying to
that's- if-
praise him for having to fire someone we said was unqualified and stupid?
I'm praising him for sticking up for what's right.
Sticking up for
Yeah.
what do you mean what's right? He's going against the president. You should be appalled.
I'm sticking up for Donald Trump doing what is right and moving Mike Waltz from the position he was at that he was doing a bad job in.
But Trump picks the best people.
The lack of critical thinking is.
How is there a lack of critical thinking here?
Trump picks the best people, but
No,
when he
explain,
picks someone
Counselor.
that's bad, then you say he's good, and Trump's right
Who's,
for
no, I'm
keeping
saying
him
Trump
around.
is doing a good thing for removing Tim Waltz, who was not acting well in the position that he had. He then
Yes,
so what about
but who
Cash
put
changed his
him
position.
there? Who put Waltz there? He did.
Correct.
And he claims he picks only the best people. So he didn't pick the best person, did he?
You're literally
Sure. Okay.
not
So he
listening, Dominic.
so he mispicked someone. I mean, again, you want to go back and hold every single word that every politician has ever used as fact, and we could be here all day, and every politician would be a lying piece of shit. So I don't.
Did I
It's
say
really
Tim?
it's an unproductive point to say that. Oh, he says he picks only the right people. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's. I would rather someone who says
Okay.
I pick only the right
So
people.
why
than
hasn't he
realizing the mistake.
why hasn't he fired other people that are very clearly doing a bad job and are inept?
Like who?
Cash Patel, who
Cash
couldn't
Patel.
even
How is
give
Cash
Congress.
Patel? What is Cash
He couldn't
Patel
even
done?
give
He's
Congress.
signing
He was
on.
supposed to turn in a budget. Didn't do it.
Okay, so he's working on the
Senate
budget.
has no Senate has no idea what they're supposed to allocate to the FBI, and he said he didn't know when it'd be ready.
Okay, so what's your
That's
point?
like his main thing. He's supposed to put in that's a big thing is to put in how much budget you need. He didn't even get anybody to do the budget. So I would say that's inept.
He got nobody to do the budget. Nobody's working on the budget, or
He
they're just
got
working on the
no,
budget.
not one. He didn't bring one number forward, Dark.
So he doesn't have
He just
numbers. They're
sat
still
there. He
finding
just sat
numbers,
there. Yes, and
or
they're like,
they're
he
not
couldn't
trying
even
to find
ballpark
numbers,
when
because
they
those are two
asked him.
different things.
No, he was asked, when is it? Is it going to be 5 months time, 6 months time? And he said, I don't know. It'll be ready when it's ready. And then he came out and was like,
Yeah,
well, I'll
sounds
just
reasonable.
take any money that you'll give me.
So would you
Yeah,
rather him give
performance review.
Would you rather him give a deadline that's?
No, I'm done.
I'd rather
I'm
have him
super
work on the
done.
budget.
I'm super done.
Make an
I just like
educated-
it's just like, do do they not hear how many fucking excuses they have to make?
Crazy.
Like it's just never ending. Well, yeah, he did that because he did that because. Could you imagine if fucking director of the FBI Christopher Wray under Biden didn't turn the fucking budget? They'd lose their fucking mind.
Yep.
Yeah, can you imagine if what's his name, Biden had started a signal chat and included Hunter Biden in it to talk about
Oh,
government
yeah.
like, bro.
Or if, because DeSantis moved money to his literally funneled money to his wife's charity that was state of Florida's money. Could you imagine if Joe Biden did that? They spent 4 years being like Hunter Biden, they're laundering money, and fucking what happened? DeSantis and the AG, they're laundered fucking money through the fucking a bunch of shell corporations that belong to the state to his wife's fucking charity, and they're silenced. They canceled the fucking investigation.
The party that loses their shit when Obama uses Grey Poupon on his burger, and you know.
Yeah, well, look at Rick Scott. They also look the
Oh,
other
yeah.
way. You know?
Yep. Anyway, all right, we're gonna take a little bit of a break. If you guys want to sub, please go do that. There's a Venmo Cash App in the bio. I didn't check to see if anybody's sent anything because I've been live on this account. But if you want to support, Venmo Cash App in the bio. You guys can sub on any one of the platforms. You can sub over on YouTube or Patreon would be the best place to do that. We are having a subathon, so make sure you guys take the time out to go sub. I think we're going to take about an hour and a half and then be back at it for some time. Sound good?
Yeah, we'll be
Yeah.
back and kick off the swimsuit portion of the podcast.
The frosted
Tommy's
tips. Where
about-
John does my
Tommy's about
frosted
to go
tips.
get a wax.
Yeah.
Frosted tips.
I want to see the frosted tips.
All right, thanks for
Literally
having
not
me.
happening. All right,
Thanks
take
for having me,
care.
Tommy.
All right, guys,
Bye,
I'll be back in about an hour and a half. Make sure you keep your notifications on. If you don't sub, follow me. Would appreciate it. And yeah, go sub over on Patreon or YouTube while we got time. And we'll be back at the subathon in about an hour and a half. So make sure you guys are here. All right, guys, I will see you.